Welcome back. It's a Monday morning. You're hanging out in the break room. Rochester's Classic Rock 96.5 WCMF. How's it going, buddy?
Pretty good, buddy.
What's going on, female buddy?
Doing good, buddy.
71 degrees right now. Going to be another hot one.
Hot.
80 degrees. A little bit of rain in the morning into noon, but should be sunny after that. And then the weather should be more moving into September weather.
Like cooling down?
Yeah, mid-70s for a high for the rest of
nice.
the week, into the low 70s Sunday into next week. So we got that going for
Okay.
us. Let's start the show
Yeah. What?
with a goodbye to an East Side beloved institution.
Who left?
We're talking so East, Victor East Side, Ontario County, son. Sweet Times Bakery, which has existed for 36 years.
Wow.
36 years just outside the main area of Victor.
Yeah.
The owner, a husband and wife, Kim and Jeff, have announced on Facebook their final day of their bakery will be August 28th.
So it's a mom and pop.
It's a mom and pop. It reads like a rom-com.
Oh, really?
This couple, again, married, have owned this bakery for 36 years. They opened it in 1990 after they met in college at SUNY Cobleskill, it looks like, where they both earned professional chef's degrees,
Oh.
got their degrees after meeting in college, got married, opened up the bakery in Victor.
Oh, wow.
They made their kids wedding cakes at this thing. Like, it's been,
Yeah.
I've never been.
Never heard of it.
I've heard great things.
Oh.
So it's in that weird plaza that's also got Nashville's hot chicken.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You don't,
No.
because you don't eat food.
I don't eat chicken.
No, you don't eat food.
Nashville chicken.
The couple, they're not closing because, like, it's not working. They're actually going into a different food venture.
Oh, I thought you were going to retire.
No, it looks like after 36 years, they're going to try something new together.
Okay.
So good for them.
Look
Hope
at
it all
that.
works out. But there are lots of people in the Victor, Farmington, Canandaigua
Yeah.
area that are devastated that their favorite bakery will no longer be a bakery. And if you want to go get the stuff that they do, again, you have, it looks like 11 more days to go.
All right.
So I asked this question.
What is your question?
And the phone number is 252 WCMF. The greater Rochester area traditionally is a bakery town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it started with the Italian bakeries that were on every corner, and they were beloved.
Yeah.
And those kind of faded out with Wegmans and
Still
Tops
got some
and-
staples
They
around.
got squeezed out.
Yeah, but yes, they go okay. So then in the 2000s, 2010s, we saw the cupcake boom.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the boom of the big cakes.
You got it. Big Cake showed up, and those little cupcakeries, artisan cupcakeries, were all over downtown, some suburbs,
Yeah.
right? And then those went away. Around the same time, the
Wait. They couldn't sell $15 cupcakes?
Could you be more smug?
I
Bro,
know.
they were expensive as crap.
You didn't eat them anyways.
I know.
This thing's
I
so
don't have
expensive
that
that
kind
I'm
of-
not going to buy.
I don't have that kind of cash.
Look, I would kill for a $15 cupcake right now. And you're right. It's not sustainable where an entire business can
Yeah.
revolve. But if there was one of them, I do miss those giant-ass old cupcakes.
Okay.
Too much frosting.
But they're gone.
It was.
There's no such thing as too much
No,
frosting.
there is. It has to be the right ratio.
What are you, Tommy?
Sometimes it was too much
Yeah,
frosting.
and-
Just say, you're paying for the frosting, is
You're
what I'm
paying
saying.
for the frosting.
Too
Let's
sugar
take-
hurts my teeth.
I don't even get me started about the water department. Around the same time as the cupcakes, Montana Mills exploded, and then like the bread companies blew up, and that went away.
Yeah. Bagel
And-
shops.
Oh, yeah, you had that, right?
Right.
But the bagel shops have survived.
Well, you had a lot of Brugger's. They were big, right?
Are you naming national chains in our local bakery?
I don't think
discussion?
Brugger's was a national chain.
Is that a serious statement you just made?
I thought they were like regional. Wait,
Kimmy?
they're coast to coast.
I don't know.
I
if
can
they're-
go to the Sunset Strip and get me a
Didn't
Brugger's bagel.
start here.
Can I get a dip?
Yes.
Everything, vegetable, cream cheese. I thought Brugger's was a national
Oh.
chain. I don't know if you guys have heard of this place called Dunkin', little hole
Dunkin',
joint,
big one,
little
yeah.
joint over there.
Mom and pop.
And look, as time has gone on, like there are places that have survived. Like Savoya is very popular.
Yeah.
Like we've.
I mean, you have some Jewish bakeries too, like in Brighton.
You're right about that.
Yeah,
but
like, yeah.
Malik's. I'm sorry, I don't mean
Yeah.
to cut you off.
No, go
Right,
ahead.
but like as things change, like Malik's is not owned by the original people, still
Yeah.
just as good, but things move on.
Yeah.
It is remarkable
What's that?
that a bakery in a town like Victor is able to survive for 36 years and be as popular as it has been. And I guess the question I am asking, and I don't know why I'm asking you,
Why?
because you're a little non-bakery bitch. Kimmy, what do you have to see? You walk into a bakery, you see this, and you know immediately this is a great bakery.
Ooh. Old people.
Old people? Not like something you're going to eat?
No, like if there's a line of old people that have been going there for years, I know this is a
But they
good
had to look
spot.
like they're from the old country, too?
No.
They have to have, like, shawls
Just
on,
like-
and, like, the men have to have, like for some reason, a dress shirt, even though they're not going anywhere.
One of them
and
is
a jacket.
One of them is carrying a basket of chicken.
Chickens, one shoulder's higher than the other. Yeah. So she wants a good line of immigrants coming in.
I need a good line of regulars
That's
at
the
this
worst.
place.
That's the worst take I've ever heard in my life.
Okay.
Old people at a bakery.
You know what
means
it is? It's
nothing.
because I always went with like my grandma to bakeries, and it was just full of old people
But
in the middle of the day.
Old people's taste buds are shot. They can't tell if this stuff is
I
good
don't
or
know.
not
Places
anymore.
were pretty good.
I'm talking about like what do you need to see in the case? Like what says I am a good bakery? What you see inside the case behind the shelf? What are they selling that lets you know, bang, this place is good?
They all kind of sell the same
Holy
stuff.
crap! What you are Tommy this morning? Too much frosting.
mean,
I don't know. I don't know
what
about
do you
bakeries.
mean?
It's got to have that smell, though. When you
Yeah,
walk in
well,
the
they-
door,
yeah, the
it's got to have that
smell.
smell. You know what
They
I'm talking
all
about.
smell amazing.
But when you
I'm-
walk into a bakery, like a real old school bakery, that smell is like heaven.
Okay.
I've never walked into a bakery and thought, oh, gross.
No, not gross, but it has to have that. It's got to. If I walked into a bakery and it didn't smell like anything much, I'd be like, what are they? It's like
Where they're
old-
hiding the smells.
No, like do they even bake it here, or is it just stuff that get delivered?
Hey, you guys even baking in here? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, you got to have guys baking in the back.
Okay.
And I got to see it.
Okay.
I got to see the mixer going.
Are you more of a sweet or a sultry bakery kind of person?
What do you mean sultry?
Well, like, you have your donuts and cupcakes and stuff like that. And then there are bakeries that do bread or the stuffed bread or, like,
Bagels will do it for me.
all right, bagels.
Oh yeah.
All right, but bagels don't really have like.
Bagels are tough to tell just by looking at them, though. You know what I mean?
Amen.
All right.
Amen, sister.
You need to cut that thing open and try it.
252 WCMF. We're talking about Sweet Times Bakery. It is out in Victor. It's been open 36 years, owned by a husband and wife who met in college that were both going to become chefs. They came here to Rochester in 1990, opened up their restaurant, have done it the entire time. They made their kids' wedding cakes there. It is a great reputation. It's a beautiful story. They are moving on to a different business food venture, and they will be closing for good on August 28th. But, this place stood the test of time.
Yeah.
I had asked what you need to see. Dan gets what I'm saying. When Dan walks in, he says when he sees cannoli, he knows I am in a good
But
bakery.
every bakery has cannoli.
No, not necessarily.
But again,
I've never been to one that didn't have a cannoli of some sort.
You're so West Side it hurts.
and every joint's got cannoli, and I don't. And that's again, I can't tell if that's a good cannoli or not. But
Yeah.
it's just sitting
Yeah.
there.
You can
it is
look
hard
at
to tell.
You can look at a cannoli and know. if
No,
it's
because
cannoli.
there's like different types of filling that they use. I mean, one's got the regatta, one's got the cream. I mean, it depends what you like.
And sometimes, like, they look good, and then you break it open, it's a little stale. Like,
either
it's been sitting too long.
or it's soggy on the bottom
yeah.
because it's been sitting
you
there
can't
so long.
tell.
Okay,
You can't tell until you take it out of the case.
That is such an Irish take on a cannoli.
Oh, is that
Oh,
an
that's
Irish
the
thing, bro?
cannoli, I'm gonna
Yeah,
eat
no,
it.
I'm sorry. I grew up in the. First of all, you're eating the cannoli wrong. Second, I grew up in Gates, man. I was going to Italian bakeries every other day. I can tell a good cannoli
No,
from
you
a distance.
can't.
Bro, a
I don't
cannoli.
think you can't see a good cannoli from a distance.
A
You
cannoli could be driving, doing 70 on the throughway while I'm sitting there running radar, and I would be able to tell while it's blasting past me if that is.
Because it depends what kind of filling you like. It's a big difference between those two fillings.
Okay. I think now we're getting down the right path.
Regatta
here.
and cream, two different fillings.
Everybody else understands what I'm saying because Rita writes when she sees almond paste in a bakery, she knows we're in a good bakery.
Almond what?
Almond paste.
I mean,
Goes-
those cookies, those almond cookies?
Well, no, I mean almond paste goes into different kind of
Yeah.
baked goods, but like it
Where the
takes
hell is she seeing it?
on cookies, in
Oh, on
cakes,
thing-
things
yes.
like that.
All
Like,
right.
but the fact that if they make their own almond paste, you know you're at a good.
But I
bakery.
guess how do you know unless you ask?
Do they make almond paste in other places? Can you buy a jar of almond paste?
Wait, she's saying they make almond paste there.
Well, I think that's how you get it. I don't know.
So, like, they crush the almonds themselves down to paste.
Well, yeah, that's not out of the.
I doubt they do that.
Okay,
That sounds like really a lot of labor to make a goddamn
don't
cookie.
know.
I have.
I mean, I guess
never-
if you own a bakery, you probably know what you're doing.
You
though.
probably buy this stuff.
I have never been angry.
They
at
probably
you.
grow their own cherries, too, and they put them on top of the goddamn cake.
I've never been more mad at the two of you combined than I am.
I guess
right
like I don't know if you could just you'd have to taste
Yes.
the food. I can't tell just from looking at a bakery.
But if you if you walk into a bakery, you're not going to be able to taste every little thing. Like there has to be something you see where you know, like I am in the right spot.
Well,
This
that's why I said the bagel.
Okay, the bagel. Get a bagel.
You
Bagels
heard
are not hard.
Cannoli.
Airhead writes us, all the baked goods have to be different sizes. No cookie cutter, everything's the same. That's a good call. That's a good call. Shows me that they are making each thing individually.
So nothing uniform.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
All right.
they're right. If all the cookies are the same size, you're not putting love in each.
All right, so they're a little off.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, when you reach for the cookie or the muffin or whatever you're going to give me, I want you to intentionally give me the biggest one. Like the biggest ones go first.
Okay.
If you reach for the biggest one, I also know
So
I'm
like
in
a good
bakery.
cookie assortment.
Well, no, just different sizes
Okay.
of the same cookie.
I got you.
I am so why. I thought this would be a nice way to ease into a Monday morning.
It is. I'm enjoying
I
it.
am-
I'm enjoying the
I am
start.
silently
We're
furious.
learning.
I
We're
am
learning.
silently furious with the both of you. I am so mad at you right now. The bakery is very important. It's like an integral part of the
Yeah,
greater
I
Riley.
It
enjoyed
was
your
100 years
bakery.
ago, but it's obsolete.
Shut up.
No,
See,
no,
this is
no,
your boy.
no,
This is your boy.
no.
See what you did? You side with this monster. This is what you get.
No, I love a good bakery, but I guess, I've really never been to a bad bakery. I think we have so many good bakeries here. I've never been to a bad one.
No, I agree. We have a ton of good bakeries. There are bad bakeries.
Really?
Yes, there are.
I can't think of a time where I went to a bakery I was like, oh, that was awful.
No, there's been a couple of times where, okay, I wouldn't say awful, like I'm like out in the parking lot, like
Yeah.
scraping my tongue.
Yeah.
But like, how often do you get to go to a bakery now? Like when I go to a bakery,
yeah.
I want the best experience ever. So if I walk into a bakery I've never been to before and I get a baked good and I take a bite and it's disappointing, it will ruin my week.
Okay.
It will ruin my week. Like I spent my bakery time
Yeah.
at a subpar bakery, which is why I rarely venture out to try new bakeries. Because
Yeah.
I'm afraid, like, I will drive all the way out to Leo's from West Henrietta because I know they have a rock-solid, stellar bakery reputation.
Yeah, that place has got everything.
Yeah, and it's all delicious. And, like, there's something
So sweet, so sweet.
there's something about a giant case.
Oh, the display?
The display there,
Yeah.
it's just so vast. Just seeing the case without buying anything makes me happy.
All right.
Savastano's and Gates. I will drive all the way out to Savastano's because I trust that bakery.
So then you must never try a new bakery. Then.
And yes. Then that's what's disappointing about this is I drove by this place yesterday,
Yeah.
Sweet Times Bakery in Victor, and I said I should stop there. I should stop and get something to eat. And I was like, you know what? It's a new bakery. I'll be back here eventually.
But
And
what happened?
What are the odds this morning
What
at
happened?
DNC?
Gone.
They're closing. So I got to get back out there before August 28th. But here's the other thing. Let's say I go out there. And I try this place that's been around 36 years.
Yeah.
And it's the most delicious bakery I've ever been to. The cruelty that it's going away.
Somebody might
Yeah,
buy it. You
that
never
is
know.
true.
Well, but then it's not run by the same people. Is it
Yeah,
going to be the same?
It'll change.
Oh, my God. It's a goddamn donut. It's
I'm
a
going
muffin.
to punch you in your giant forehead so hard.
It's an old recipe from the old country.
I will say when it comes to donuts specifically here in town, though,
Yeah.
people are very loyal to their favorite donuts.
Like a mom and pop
and they're all
donut?
good, but some people are like absolutely not. I will not try any other donut but this donut.
Is there like local donut shop besides Donuts Delight?
Yes.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Ridge Donuts.
Yep.
I know because I know people that have like had these different donuts at their wedding.
Yeah.
for like desserts.
And like, let me put it this way: like, you go to a Tim Hortons at Dunkin' Donuts. The donuts are good. They're good donuts. You know,
Yeah.
Wegmans they make good donuts.
Yeah.
But like, there is something about Ridge, and there is something about Donuts Delight. Like, I could tell you immediately.
Because it's old school.
But like, if you blind taste tested me, I can tell you this is not a store donut. Why are you looking at me? Like, I'm
it's
telling you
kinda-
right now. I'm
Donut,
telling you
yeah.
right now.
I'm thinking if I lay all them donuts out, same donut,
Mm-hmm.
but different bakeries, like a standard glaze.
Sure.
You ain't gonna know the goddamn difference.
Let's do it. Let's go.
All right, let's do it.
Joke's on you.
Don't tempt him with a good time.
Joke's on you. This is just a way for me to get free donuts. You fell right into my plan.
I'm such a sucker.
We have a dynamite. Never take any bakery advice from Tommy. Kind of breaking for you this morning here on CMF. Just after 7 o'clock, it was not a fun weekend for the Irondequoit Police Department.
What happened?
Well, it started with a scene of a gentleman barricaded inside his home, and police needed to get him out.
Like
and
a stand-up?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't just police. It was local police, it was state troopers, and U.S. Marshals were even
Oh,
there.
my God.
And it's funny, when you find out why the Marshals were there, it's not what you think it is.
Okay.
But what started as a routine get this guy out of the house ended with not one, not two, not three, but 4 police officers injured in 2 different ways.
Oh, my God.
One way more severe than the others. And
Yeah.
here's the thing. Everyone's going to be okay.
All right.
What sucks, however, is when 2 groups of people at work get injured differently at the same time.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to get more sympathy than the other. And I would argue the worst thing that could happen at your job is when someone gets hurt slightly more than you.
Oh.
And we will get into it just after 7 o'clock here in the Break Room on CMF, plus a whole bunch more. But first, Thomas.
Yeah, buddy.
Big weekend here in Western New York. The Bills played. We're going to talk about that just after 6:45.
Okay.
Get into that. We're going to the Super Bowl, no doubt. Also, big music festival on the East Side.
What music?
Well, so they've been doing this now for 3 years, and I got to say, this is the first time I went. They did a
Look
great
at
show.
you, man.
It was great, man.
Ooh, Music Pat, making the scene.
That's what they called me out there. Music Pat making the scene.
Gonna go out there and check out the music.
But
Yeah, what's the matter?
something hit me hard while I was there.
Oh.
Because you have expectations
Yeah.
based on the band,
Sure.
what you're going to see in
Yeah.
the crowd.
Crowd.
And I was not prepared for what reality was. And we will get into it next here in the Break Room. Let's see you, man. Oh, that was a punch right in the face.
What happened?
Well, you want to go out and enjoy a nice, fun night, not think about anything stressful.
Sure.
And then reality shows up. Because, look, this is my fault for not even thinking about this. But, as time moves forward, you see yourself one way. You see other people a certain way.
Oh, sure.
And when you realize you may be those other people, oh, my God.
What happened?
You're hanging out in the break room. Rochester's Classic Rock 96.5 WCMF. On Saturday, your Buffalo Bills took to the field for the first time in the preseason. And I think, without question, Super Bowl championship.
Okay.
No doubt in my mind. We're going all the way. We got a ring coming.
Beautiful.
There was good. And there was bad. And the bad wasn't that bad unless you consider the regular season while you were watching the bad that was happening. We'll get into it.
Okay.
Just after 6:45 here in the break room on CMF. So this weekend was the 3rd annual Hoochie Music and, I guess, Bourbon Festival.
Ooh, hipsters in the woods. Here they come.
So for
Gunther Fest.
So for those who are not familiar.
E-bikes.
There were a lot of e-bikes, bro. A lot of people going from the Village of Fairport on their e-bikes.
Scooters.
For those who are not familiar, this Hoochie Music Festival started 3 years ago.
Yeah.
It's been at different locations each year. I think it was Camp Eastman a couple years ago.
It was last year, yeah.
Last year, okay. But they brought in these major touring acts. They had Joan Jett, if I'm not mistaken,
Damn.
last year.
Yeah.
So this year it was like if you're between the ages of like 35 and 55, it's your fans.
This is for you.
Yes. They had Lit headlining on Friday night.
Lit.
Guster and My Morning Jacket on Saturday. Sunday night was headlined by Modest Mouse. Like, these are major touring
back
bands.
in the day, yeah.
And I mean, still, they draw a crowd, and, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger every year. I had never been. My wife wanted to go.
Yeah.
And you know what? When I was a kid, when I was in high school, when I should have been in college, Guster was a really big band, for those who remember Guster. Just doing it for you?
No.
No, not doing it for you. Like, I wouldn't call myself a Guster fan, but like this music was always on in the background of my buddy's apartment that smoked pot. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, if we were playing beer pong,
You knew it.
there was going to
Yeah.
be some Guster
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah,
So I'm like, all right, I get behind Guster. So
Bonfire
All right.
music.
there you go. Yes, you hit it exactly on the head. So my wife and I, we got all gussied up. We head on out to Perrington
Go see the Guster show.
Park off Arrow Road. It's a place where the sheep are across the street that we talked about before.
All right.
And we're walking around, and, bro, the event is fantastic.
Yeah.
Right? It's set up nice. Everyone's having a grand old time. They got all kinds of food trucks that are delicious. They have this, like, bourbon-tasting tent.
God.
It was awesome. But as I'm walking around,
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of Guster fans.
Yeah, like upper middle income fatties. I nailed that.
Why do you? No comment. But I'm looking at these people in these Guster T-shirts that are walking around.
Wait, they're
Man, they even had the
Guster?
T-shirt.
Yeah, they're wearing.
I don't think I've ever seen a Guster
Neat-
T-shirt.
You never seen a Guster gut?
No, that's why it stood out, Kimmy.
Yeah.
Is because I had never seen a Guster T-shirt.
Yeah, I haven't.
But there are these diehard Guster fans
All right.
walking around. And as I'm looking at these people wearing Guster T-shirts, I turn to my wife and I go, I didn't realize so many older people were into Guster.
All right.
I didn't get, and I'm looking around.
They're still hung with Guster.
Well, like, same thing. Well, no,
I mean, they still listen to it.
I hadn't made that connection yet.
Okay.
Because in my head, everyone that listens to Guster is Mark Dangler, who I went to high school with, who has long curly hair, and he snowboards, and he like brings a video camera everywhere, man.
Right.
And he's going to live in a van.
So they're frozen in time.
In my head, they were frozen in time. And it wasn't until like 10 minutes into being here that I realized all of these old people wearing Guster T-shirts are my age.
Yeah, you're 40.
And I'm them. I'm old.
Yes, you are.
What the hell happened? What the hell? I was so deeply bothered when it clicked in my head. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
It was like I was looking at my dad when I was in high school
Yeah.
wearing a T-shirt of a band that I liked. Not that's me, because that is me. Like, I wanted to like curl up in a little ball and sit on a hill in the park. It really.
Isn't that one of their tunes?
Sit in a hill
Curls up in a
in the
fetal position.
park. Does a band T-shirt after a certain age automatically make you look older?
Yeah, you probably shouldn't wear it.
All right, I'm not going to talk to you about
No,
that.
you just shouldn't.
No, I'm not. I do not. You just sit there and think about products you like to purchase. Kimmy and I are going to have this conversation. Because, Kimmy, these people would not have looked I think, as old as they did, if they
Yeah.
weren't wearing the Guster T-shirt. If they didn't have the T-shirt on, they would have just looked like my friends.
Yeah, but then who can wear the T-shirt?
I
Because
don't-
if you saw a younger person wearing that T-shirt, you'd be pissed. You don't even know Guster. Name 3 songs. So like, I
don't
mean,
have that much
so
Guster passion. I don't-
I don't know, but like, who is the original band T-shirt for, if not for the fans that originally liked the music?
That is a
It
great.
sounds like, who is this for?
No, I mean,
Put that on a plaque.
I mean, I don't know, because I mean, I know people that get upset when people wear the band T-shirts and they don't know the band or know nothing about they just like the T-shirt.
Yeah.
All right, let me put it this way. I think that there are some band T-shirts
Yeah.
that are so iconic that it doesn't matter how old you are, it looks fine. Like, for some reason, major classic rock bands like the Stones, Zeppelin, Queen, the Beatles, if you're 20 and wear that T-shirt, if you're 70 and wear that T-shirt, anyway in between, it doesn't affect the age that you look.
I always assume, though, like if you're somebody my age wearing that band T-shirt, they want you to ask them about the band.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
they want to spew all their knowledge on you of said band.
I think that's the reason anyone
Right?
wears a band T-shirt.
Yeah.
Yes, with the exception of 20-year-old
The kids.
kids. Yeah, but like the big Zeppelin, Queen, the Beatles.
Yeah.
That doesn't age. you.
Yeah.
But when you are wearing a band tee from a band that was popular only when you were coming of age, not even niche, right? Because Guster was on the radio for a little while. Like, Guster wasn't like a niche
okay.
band. But like you said,
Kind of were
but you didn't even know they had
a short moment in time.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like, if I saw a guy like Lit headline Friday night and they were
Yeah.
selling Lit merchandise at the Hoochie
Yeah.
when I was there.
Yeah.
Like, if I saw a guy in a Lit T-shirt, I think that T-shirt ages you 15 years immediately.
Okay.
I mean, I guess some T-shirts, depending on the type of music, I know exactly what kind of teenager you were
Yeah.
based on that T-shirt. you wear.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Like the
Absolutely.
Slipknot kids, like if you're still wearing that as an
Slipknot?
adult, I know exactly what kind of T-shirt.
Tell me that band is still not touring.
I think they just lost one of their members.
they?
But yeah, but
They've
they're
I'm
lost
just
a
thinking,
few
like-
of their members.
like just lost one.
Yeah, but I mean, they keep doing this.
Why would you not tour if there's money?
But like that whole shock thing that they did, do they still do all that?
I think so, yeah. Guar still tours.
But I mean, no, but like the stuff they did on stage was
Yes.
gross. Now they're 50.
Yeah.
And I can't tell, is that the act or the medication you're on? Because they did a lot of nasty stuff.
Nasty stuff. Yeah, man. I mean, some
All
people
right,
are always going to be into it. I don't
If
know.
you're wearing a Slipknot T-shirt, you're an idiot.
But
you
then
look
it's
like a
interesting-
stone cold idiot.
But I think if you're wearing the T-shirt of the band you loved as a teenager,
Yeah.
it only highlights how different you are now as an adult.
You hit
Like,
it. That's exactly it. I was trying to figure it out, and you said it
because
perfectly.
if you're not dressed in that same type of style, I guess,
Yes.
but you have your dad jeans on and
Yes.
your dad hat with the T-shirt. Now it
Deck
just has
shoes.
a completely it just has a completely different feel to it.
That is exactly what happened. Like, but here's the thing: if they were still dressing like they did in like
Would also
02,
look
03,
funny.
you'd look like
Yeah.
a loser. So
Yeah.
I don't know. And again, I'm not trying to take away anyone's fun. I was just
Yeah.
so taken aback by
I think
old
that's
people
why-
like me in a Guster
I
tee.
was trying to think because I went to the Red Wings game Saturday night. It was like I don't know what they called it, Grateful Dead night.
it was, yeah,
but that was
Dead
the
night, yeah.
theme. And it was interesting to me because you do see those guys that held on to the T-shirts and the same style. They still have like the gray ponytail and the hat. Like,
But these are
they just-
deadheads, right?
Yeah. But they held on to that same style their whole life. I'm trying to think of other bands that we grew up with that have that same following because I don't think
Okay.
there are a lot of people we knew that held on to that same style.
Well, I mean,
forever.
all the dead adjacent bands, like Fish fans, look like a
Yeah,
Fish fan,
yeah.
right? You know what I mean? Like Goose fans, you know a Goose
But like
fan right away.
I'm thinking like the goth kids, like you would think like they loved that music and that style so much they would have hung on to that.
All
but
right,
they didn't.
I would argue metal fans held on to it.
Did they?
You
though?
don't. I mean, you don't think you can spot a Metallica fan without wearing a Metallica T-shirt?
Yeah, they're in jail.
Yeah, man. It's the most mainstream.
I don't know. I've seen
rock
a
band.
Metallica fan in
That's what they
boat
want you to
shoes.
think, Pat.
You've never seen a Metallica fan in boat shoes.
I have.
There are no boat shoe wearing Metallica fans.
They exist.
How do you
They
work?
gave it up.
How do you work in this industry for as long as you have it? You're so out of touch with what
It's a talent like anything, Pat.
252 WCMF. Saturday night, went to the Hoochie. My wife wanted to go. Guster and My Morning Jacket, I guess, were co-headliners. And, you know,
Yeah.
I don't. Both of those bands, I respect them. Like, I don't hate them, right? Like, yeah, I'll go enjoy this show. And I'm looking around, walking around, and there's a bunch of old people in Guster T-shirts, and I'm like, wow, I didn't know they had so many older fans. And it took me 10 minutes to realize they're not old; they're my age.
Yeah.
They are just dads and moms in
Yeah.
Guster T-shirts now, and it really threw me. Like maybe you shouldn't be wearing unless the band was continually popular the entire time. Maybe don't wear the band T-shirt from when.
But
you
all
were-
those bands had a nice little run,
Yeah,
like Modest Mouse and all that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because I remember Sally used to work on the show. She loved those bands, and she would like travel to see these bands. And I'm like, man, these bands suck.
Now it's making sense.
But
I know.
You
yeah.
view all music
Yep.
through one woman.
One person.
One
well, that's
woman.
how I was introduced to it.
Yeah.
I never heard of the Mouse Band.
You know, the other funny thing about this show,
What?
because like it's in Parrington, right? So like it's a well-heeled part of the greater Rush
Oh yeah,
story.
yeah.
The range of different outfits at the show. Because you had the folks that were dressed rock and roll style, right? Like skinny jeans, faded tees, tattoos, piercings. Like, you know that person goes to a lot of shows. They're here because they
Yeah.
love the music, blah, 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 blah. And because it was just outside of Fairport, standing right next to that person was a dude in an Under Armour polo tucked into his khaki golf shorts with a braided belt. And they were both there to watch the same band. And it was very strange.
You had to have seen a lot of bad dancing.
Yeah.
Is that a dancing kind of
No,
show?
yeah, they were getting-
Really?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
mom's
It's-
getting her
all
groove
right.
It's
on.
flowy.
Okay.
It's flowy. My morning modest mouse. My morning jacket.
Yeah.
There was a lot of flowing going.
Oh, I'm surprised. I would think there'd be like some head bobbing, but
No,
these
there was-
aren't. This isn't your
Nah, it's
typical
just kind of a sway
dancing crowd.
Like you're not moving much out of your spot,
Right.
but you're just kind of getting your mom groove on.
All right. Look, they're not jam bands.
Yeah.
But they will play their 4-minute songs for 7 minutes.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm
Well,
saying?
they got to stretch it a little
guess.
bit.
It's like Starter Dead.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Dead light.
Yeah. Like, here's the they were the show was great.
Yeah.
They were unbelievably talented. Like I'm glad I went. Like it
Yeah.
was awesome. But it was just a weird mix of human beings in the crowd. It was like diehard fans of these bands.
And dads just want an outdoor show.
Exactly. Oh, what's going on down the street? Why don't we get on our e-bikes and go check it out? The other thing that pissed me off, and then we'll move on. I'm
What was
sorry.
that?
My wife wanted to go to this. She
Yeah.
wanted me to take her. And I'm happy to, date night, let's go. We'll
Sure.
have fun. Awesome. So we get there like 45 minutes before Guster goes on, right? And we take in some Guster, and she wants to go walk around. And I'm like, well, Guster's, but fine. Okay,
Yeah.
It's your night. All right, but we're going to lock in for my morning jacket.
Oh, you got to.
All right, so we get a good spot, right near the front of the stage. We're like, all right, here we go.
But you're that close?
Well, I mean, that's what was cool about this is the venue was pretty tight. Like there wasn't a bad spot in the whole place.
Oh, great.
So the band starts, and 15 minutes in, my wife's like, "Okay, I'm ready to go."
That's it?
They're playing for 2 hours, and I'm like, we
She came. She saw it.
no, but we
She's
came
good.
all the way from West Henrietta. Like we're in a
Yeah.
good spot here. I thought we're
15
having fun.
minutes?
I was just getting comfortable.
15 minutes in the headliner. She's like, "Okay, we can go." I was like, "But we just, no, I'm done." Okay.
So how long were you there?
Well, like in total 2 hours,
Oh, all right.
but still.
Enough.
Like the smoke machines, you couldn't even see the smoke through the lights yet. The sun was still out.
By the way, those bands don't need smoke machines.
Well, no, it's
It's
a
not
vibe.
that kind of energy,
I
man.
don't know.
It's not.
Need some effects.
It's not the same.
It's a vibe, man.
Yeah, it's not a smoky vibe.
Really?
Like you
What's
don't
your-
need pyrotechnics
You sound
for
like
the
I
mouse
just can't.
show.
I just need the music, man.
That wasn't Modest Mouse. That was My Morning Jacket. And you don't
Yeah,
even know
they're
what My
all the-
Morning
they're all
Jacket
the
sounds
same.
like. You don't even know what they
Those
sound
tunes
like.
all sound the same.
Really? Name me one My Morning Jacket song. Name 3 songs. You've never heard a note of this band ever. You're going to tell me.
I've heard the songs.
But
I
you've
don't.
never-
I didn't memorize them.
You have
I just
never-
thought it wasn't for me.
You,
Memorize them.
you have
The
never.
girl in the show, she wouldn't shut up about it.
You're still thinking about Modest Mouse. You've never heard My Morning Jacket.
Yes, she liked all that stuff.
She liked all of My Morning Jacket, My Morning Mouse, My Guster Jacket Mouse. Tommy Burnett's Guster Jacket Extravaganza.
Slipknot, all of it.
Shut up. Take a break. The big event on Saturday in Western New York.
Oh yeah, buddy.
First preseason game. And, we talked on Friday about how no matter what happens in this preseason game, do not buy into it. If they look terrible, it's okay, right? They're not going to show anything. If they
Yeah.
look great, well, the other team may not be showing anything. And I'd like to amend that statement.
Okay.
Because after watching this Bills offense and defense, the first
What we
team,
got?
without question, they're going to the Super Bowl.
Wow.
And we're going to win a ring. And we'll get into it next year in the break room on CMF. I think we'd be lying if we said there wasn't some anxiety going into this Bills game on Saturday.
Okay.
There's a ton of new.
Yeah.
I mean, forget the new stadium, right? You have new head coach, new defensive coordinator.
The whole staff,
Yep.
really, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, essentially. And these guys have never done what they're going to do. So we want to see something.
Mm-hmm.
We saw it, son.
All right.
We saw it. You're hanging out in the break room. Rochester's Classic Rock, 96.5, WCMF. Just after 7 o'clock this morning. Not the best Saturday for law enforcement out in Arundel.
Oh.
And I will say this. It looks like everybody's going to be fine,
Okay.
which is good.
Yeah.
But I would argue the worst thing that could happen at your job is when you get hurt and someone else you work with gets hurt worse than you got
Like at the
hurt.
roughly around the same time.
You got it. And I'll explain just after 7 o'clock here in the break room on CMF. Your Buffalo Bills took to the field on Saturday for the beginning of the Joe Brady era in Western New York.
Wow.
First preseason game against the Carolina Panthers. And when the game kicks off, everything we could have hoped for came true. The offense looked great.
Yep.
Josh was pushing the ball down the field with ease. His connection with DJ Moore looks fantastic. James Cook was unstoppable. The offensive line was getting a push in the running game. With the exception of a little hiccup inside the 10 on the first drive, the offense was exactly what you wanted to see. By the way, the defense may have even been better. Panthers starting offense couldn't do a damn thing. Running game was shut down. They held the Panthers quarterback Bryce Young to 3 yards an attempt. They got a sack on him. And it doesn't mean anything, like we said last week. Could all be a barrage. But for the anxious Bills fans that were worried about how all the offseason changes would affect the team,
Yeah.
it was nice to see.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you a question.
Yeah.
How much of the game did you watch?
Almost all of it.
My ass.
No, your ass did not show up, but your dad's did.
My dad did get on TV.
Yes, he did.
My wife jumped up and down. So we had it on. I had it on in the background, but I watched almost the whole game. And the one thing I took away from it was the hard sell on the stadium every single. It was nonstop, but like those drone aerial views of the stadium, and then every guy that came up to the booth was like, "Hey, It was like every dad with a new car. Isn't she a beauty?
Let's
they don't
do-
make them like this anymore."
Oh, 3 full segments with the COO of the Buffalo Bills. This is what I signed up for.
And the funniest thing was the end of the game, because I did watch the post game for a little bit.
Look at you.
And the guy, they're talking, the two guys that have it, but the guy behind him putting the keep off the grass
Yep.
signs you would put for like elected officials.
Yes.
He's going around putting them on all the way around the stadium. Keep off the grass.
I did not see that.
So Thad Brown from News 8 is
Yeah.
talking. And as he's talking, you're right, he's putting the
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So I think they sell post-game field passes. So they
Yeah, just people were walking around.
So
Okay.
so there was
Get off the
Get
field.
off my lawn.
the one negative as far as the stadium goes from Saturday.
Yeah.
Was the turf. They have grass for the first time in Buffalo at a home field in 50 years.
Yeah.
They haven't had it since Old War Memorial Stadium. It was coming up in chunks.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I did see some people complaining.
But-
I didn't know if that was, again, just, one or two people or if this was actually a problem.
So Tim Graham did a story in The Athletic where an anonymous Bills player said it was the worst grass he's ever played on.
Oh, really?
But, I mean, you have like a month to get it fixed. So,
Yeah, you got to let her root.
yeah, ideally everything will work out. They flew the grass in from Kentucky. I'm sure you saw the segment they
Saw
had.
that, but I saw the trucks pulling in.
All right, so that's all the good.
Okay.
When it comes to the bad, Kimmy, lot of Bills getting hit pretty hard on Saturday.
Yeah, I didn't love that.
Was
Wait.
it just me, or was Josh taking a beating when he wasn't actually taking a beating?
Well, I think we're also, we're pretty sensitive to that because that's everybody's biggest fear in preseason. No matter what team you root for, you're just hoping everybody comes out of this thing healthy.
Throw it away!
Yeah.
Throw it away! It's preseason. Throw it away! He took a
Stop
sack.
trying
Thank
so
you.
hard.
Yes, he took 2 or 3 pretty good hits on top of that. There was one point during the broadcast where Josh is getting hit as he threw, getting popped pretty good, and the camera guy didn't even follow the ball. Like he knew everyone in Buffalo and Rochester and Syracuse.
Gasping for breath.
They just wanted to make sure he was going to get up. Speaking of scary tackling moments, did anyone else poop their pants a little bit when brand new wide receiver DJ Moore came up grabbing the back of his ankle on his last play? Like last play, great catch and run.
Yeah.
He gets his leg bent under the DB. He immediately reaches for the Achilles territory back of his leg. So the good news,
Was it good?
he got up quickly. He gave the thumbs up to Josh. Joe Brady said after the game that's when he was coming out anyway. They think he's going to be fine. We'll find out for sure today. Fingers crossed.
Okay.
Everybody. Kimmy, it does look like wide receiver DJ Moore is a big fan of contact, however.
Yeah, no, I saw a couple clips of him encouraging it.
Did you see this?
No.
So on his second catch, He makes a catch. He's in the open field. There's a DB bearing down on him. He waves at the defensive back to come and hit him.
Oh.
Don't know if I love that.
That's kind of an a-hole move.
No, well, I mean, like, whatever.
It's fun until it's not.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Also kind of funny that Keon Coleman scores the first unofficial touchdown in the new stadium's
I'd be
history.
pretty pumped about that.
And they were worried about him, and looks like he's going to be
It
all right.
doesn't say anything.
He also looked great in the preseason and the opener last year.
Oh.
I mean, I hope it's a fun fact and not one of those weird win a bar bet kind of things.
Yeah.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? All right. So after everything we saw on Saturday, how are we feeling?
I mean, it looked good. I mean, it's pretty boring. I mean, I didn't know.
Pretty boring. The offense was just marching up and down the field.
No, but like once they put the schlubs in, I don't know these guys.
Kyle
so.
Allen tossing the rock around. Shane Bouchel getting a whole
Oh, you
second
didn't tell me
half
about
of awesome.
those guys. Yeah, headliners.
That was-
No, I always like too. They got to show you how many teams they've been on since before that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's been on 75 teams actually, and that was just Tuesday.
You are.
How about that grass though?
You've had a job for 30 years.
Stay
without
off it.
Being promoted, and you're making fun of guys that are working their way through the NFL. Kimmy, you feeling calmer than you did on Friday?
I mean, they did what they
They did what they
needed
had
to do, which is good. You know, I didn't see any red flags,
Okay.
But,
so that's good.
but it sounds like the offensive line wasn't doing very good if Josh was getting knocked around.
It could also be just working out growing pains of who's supposed to be where on what things, because the line looked great pass blocking. I mean, rush blocking. You're right. That could be something. It could also just be, hey, we're working out the kinks.
Okay.
They had their backup center playing. Their starting center is out maybe until opening day.
Oh.
So we're done with Josh, right? We can be done with Josh for the preseason?
I hope so, but I don't know if are they because everything's new coaching wise. Are they gonna still run him out there?
So the Bills go to Cleveland this week. They're going to play the Browns Saturday in a preseason game. But they will also have combined practices with them, I believe, 2 days leading up to that game. So that will give Josh the ability to see another defense without getting hit in practice.
Okay.
In my humble, super cautious opinion, that's enough to never have to dress him for the rest of the preseason.
Okay, I got another question.
Sure,
Because
sure.
Josh seemed to be more involved talking to the coach than I've seen before.
Yes.
Like he was like,
You're saying he's more now.
I've never seen it before
Yeah.
like this. He was like almost like another coach on the sideline.
So Josh actually talked about it after the game. Now,
That is a fear for people.
there are two things that could be happening there. One, there was a report last week that there are some, quote, anonymous coaches that are upset that Josh has more power than he's ever had.
Okay.
All right, so that's possible.
All right.
That he is okay. It's also possible because Joe Brady is not only the head coach, he is the offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
He is calling the plays, that's necessary.
Okay, so he's in his ear. All
Yeah,
right.
so like when, last year when he would go to the bench and get on the phone, he was
Yeah.
talking to Joe Brady about what just happened, what should be happening. That could be what's happening
All right.
here because he calls the plays.
All right.
I don't know.
Okay.
I guess time will tell if this is Josh. Hey.
If this is a problem or not.
I want to do this. We're going to do it.
Well, it's almost like, he looked more involved, more in charge, I guess.
Okay. Are you okay with that if that's the case?
Well, if they win, yeah. If they don't, if he does something bonehead thing.
Hey, should I
then-
take this job? Yeah, if you make $1 million.
I don't know.
If you eventually make $1 million.
But isn't but they have an offensive coordinator.
He doesn't
right?
call the plays, though.
Oh, all right.
Pete Carmichael is up in the booth.
Kind
What
of
does he
like the
do?
way McDermott was last year with
Wait, so there's a guy that doesn't get to call
Bobby
the play?
Babich.
2 years ago. McDermott didn't call the defense last year, did he?
He didn't, but don't you think like he still kind of had a say in how everything was running?
Probably. You had a question.
He
So
gave
what
up
is
like
that?
a little power.
So what does that do if he doesn't call the plays?
So he's the eyes upstairs for
Right.
Brady to say this is what's happening. He'll give him suggestions, but
Right.
Brady is calling the plays,
Okay.
which is unique.
All right.
Only a hand like Andy Reid does that.
Yeah, but Andy Reid's Andy Reid.
Exactly. He's been in the league for 30
He's
years.
big enough for two men.
This is Joe Brady's for. Look, I wasn't super comfortable with it when I found out, but if it works,
Yeah.
it works.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
So, look, Phil writes us on Instagram, Duffy and WCMF. Not that they're going to be bad, but you know how many times they've looked good in the preseason over the 17-year drought? Just don't get too excited yet.
Well,
You're
I
right.
think that was your take to begin with.
Yes,
that,
but
you don't know, and you're not going to know.
It's the right take, but I always fall for it every time.
All right.
Like, as soon as the game was over, I was like, oh. But past what sucks about the mirage of preseason in general, the other thing that sucks for this preseason is that the Bills are not playing any teams that are impressive. The Panthers yesterday made the playoffs, but they won a really bad NFC South last year. They're
Right.
not a great team.
So they're schlubs.
We know what the Browns are. We're going
Schlubs
to
down.
I was curious about this because I know they're going to practice with the Browns. Do Do they still have like I know? Do they have a training camp where everybody comes and watches still, or is this all like closed practices at this point?
I thought the Browns still had a training camp, but I could be
Okay.
wrong. Maybe
I
they're
was just
back at
curious.
the facility. And then they go and they play the Steelers, and that's going to be all backups on backups, right? We're
And
not
that's
get-
the last preseason, right?
Exactly. Like the defense is not going to get a series or two in the preseason against a top 10 quarterback. We're not going to see a decent running attack. Like it won't be until opening day where they're playing a legitimately talented team in the Houston Texans.
All right.
And even if they're not as talented as they used to be, it's week 2 against the Lions. So, I mean,
Right.
we're not going to know. But that could also be a good thing because that does have to boost the players' confidence on Saturday, having that kind of performance, even if it's against a subpar team. And maybe the confidence of blasting a bad team helps more than duking it out
Yeah.
with a good team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A little confidence.
Is that a stupid thing to say?
No.
Okay.
I mean, you're gonna feel better if you win, and it looks impressive, no matter who it is. Because you can always say, "Hey, man, they're all professional."
Dan writes us on Instagram, Duffy on WCMF, talking about this dominant Bills performance against the Carolina Panthers. 1-0 in the preseason, baby. Dan writes, did you see after the game when the Bills were coming off the field, walking by all the fans, there was one guy wearing the new Josh Allen jersey? I didn't see any of them in the crowd. Did you guys?
I didn't, but
The gray one?
The gray outfit.
which is weird because you would think they'd go out of their way to show it. To your point,
Maybe they couldn't
Yeah.
find him.
Yeah.
How, like, even the
All right,
one.
well, people, if they ordered them, would they even have them yet?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I'm assuming they're selling them in the team store
Yeah,
at the stadium. Because they showed the crowd a bunch.
Yeah.
And my brother, I haven't been to the stadium yet. My brother and our buddy went to the game with their kids. He was filming all around our area. So
Yeah.
show me. I didn't
No
see
gray.
one. I didn't see one. Over under 15 gray jerseys opening night against the Lions.
Oh, at home. Okay.
15.
You think 15?
Yeah,
All right.
over under 15. Are you taking over or under?
Bro, well, nobody likes them, so
60,000
Yeah.
people.
unless they start handing them out just to get them on TV.
Which I think they have done to like
They've been
influencers
They've been
and
sending
stuff.
them to
We're having a
influencers.
gray out.
So you'll probably see 15
Okay.
out of the whole stadium.
Well, look, the Bills had a great day on Saturday.
Yeah.
Law enforcement out in Irondequoit, not so
Yeah,
much.
you were saying.
We're going to detail you an insane situation that went down on a quiet street in Irondequoit. And what happened to 4 law enforcement folks that were trying to
Yeah.
remedy the situation. And I'll put it like this. The only thing that sucks more than getting hurt at work
Yeah.
is when someone at your job around the same time gets hurt worse than you. And we'll get into it next here in the break room. On CMF. It's a bad day on the job.
What happened?
In this case, it was a bad day for like everyone.
Jesus.
Because a series of unfortunate events had a bunch of law enforcement officers having to get checked out medically for different things.
Okay.
And the only thing that sucks harder than getting hurt at work is when your injury is not the worst injury that day.
Okay.
You're hanging out in the break room, Rochester's Classic Rock 96.5, WCMF, just after 7:25, 7:30. We are in August. We are moving into fall. And I know you don't want to hear this,
Yeah, what?
but with the colder weather also comes deer jumping around.
Deer jumpers.
Have you guys noticed them?
They're all over.
The deer are back, baby.
Oh, yeah.
And the good news is deer hunting season starts soon. The bad news is so does deer blasting them with their cars.
Yeah.
And in an effort to get rid of the large deer population that we have here in the greater Rochester area, somebody has an unconventional idea. And
Outside of hunting?
Yep. And I will say this just right up front.
Yeah.
This is not a joke, and there are scientists that are studying the feasibility of it.
So this could be legit.
No, the idea is legit. Whether or not it's a good idea,
Okay.
we'll tell you what they want to bring in to help thin the deer population.
Oh, no.
Just after 7:30
Wait, something's going to take care of the deer.
here. in the
That would
break
be
room.
something bigger than a deer.
Just
Okay.
after 7:30 here in the break room on CMF. So, hell of a scene out in Arundecoit on Saturday.
Yeah, what happened?
It started around 10 a.m. on Laurelton Road. Sounds nice.
Yeah.
Not on Saturday, it wasn't. A man inside a home had, are you ready for this?
What?
2 active warrants against him.
Okay.
All right. On top of that, he was facing an eviction notice from his house.
All right.
If that wasn't bad enough, he was also on federal probation, which was about to be revoked on account of the warrants.
So he's got to be a CMF fan. That's a CMF guy right there, buddy.
A lot of stuff happening.
Yeah.
All right. So, not only was the Arundecoit Police Department present, called out to handle the situation, they brought state troopers out as
All right.
well. And U.S. Marshals had to be there, too, on account of the federal probation. So you have a massive
Yeah, no
situation with at least 3 different law enforcement agencies on this street.
Yeah.
And right off the bat, it got complicated. This man was inside the home, and he wasn't coming out.
Okay.
Refusing to come out. And to ensure that they would not come in and get him, police say he had boiled pots of water that he was waiting with at the front door.
How does your mind even think of that?
Wait, so he was going to fling pots of water
Use
Yes.
it as a weapon,
Yes.
essentially.
at federal offices?
Oh, he wasn't going to. He did.
Oh, he did.
When the Arundecoit police officers approached the front door, he started throwing the boiling water at them
Okay.
like a medieval lord.
Yeah.
The Arundecoit, 3 Arundecoit police officers suffered minor burns
Right,
from the boiled water.
scalding,
Yes,
yeah.
exactly. And that sucks, right? You are at your gig,
Ugh.
Yeah.
and your gig is
Not
not
what you-
lobster cook,
Yeah.
and you got burned by boiling water. What could be worse than that?
I can't imagine.
Well, as the Arundecoit Police Department were attempting to go in the front, state troopers were positioned at the back of the house. And in the back
That's
of the
where you get him.
No, actually, the back of the house, state troopers were trying to do a distraction so they can get him out the front.
All right.
According to 13 Wham, when trying to execute the distraction, a window in the back of the house broke that a state trooper's arm went through.
Ugh.
He had a, quote, serious cut
God
that
damn.
required medical attention. At that point, all of the officers decided to pull back as the suspect kept making threats from inside the house. The dude also had knives and told the officers anyone who came through the door was getting all stabbed up.
Okay.
Somehow, you ready for this?
What?
After nearly 4 hours of communications,
Jesus Christ.
the law enforcement negotiators they had on the scene talked him into leaving the house.
Oh.
So in the
came
end, he
out.
just walked out?
They talked him out. He was chucking boiling water and
Yeah.
threatening cops with knives, and they talked him into coming out peacefully. He was charged with assault. Quick sidebar.
Yeah.
What might be the funniest part of this story? So this is an intense standoff.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Reports say this guy was willing to attack law enforcement to keep from going to jail. So
Yeah.
he must have been on probation for something very serious,
Yeah.
right? Violent. He previously did time for COVID relief fraud,
That's it?
Oh.
white collar crime.
So
Just cashing
nothing-
checks that ain't
nothing
his?
violent before.
That's it.
So he was sentenced to 4.5 years. We don't know how much time he actually did, but it was bank fraud, wire fraud, and money laundering.
So it's white collar.
That's it. And he was chucking boiling water and threatening cops with
That's how
knives.
he gets those collars so white. Look at that. It all came out. No ring around the collar.
So here's the thing.
What?
And the phone number is 252-WCMF, 252-9263. with these officers all getting hurt at the exact same time, the only thing worse than getting hurt at your job is someone getting hurt worse than you on the exact same
So
time.
the injury upstage.
You nailed it.
Wow. Look at that.
You nailed it. Because getting hurt at work sucks.
Oh, yeah.
But the one good thing about getting hurt at work, 95% of the time, you get a little sympathy.
Yeah. It's just you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? And that
Oh,
great.
man. Did you hear what happened to Pat? That sucks, man.
Yes, and
Yeah.
that grace may give you the ability to get a little time off.
Sure.
Right? When you get back, you may be out of certain responsibilities.
Yeah.
Folks cannot expect too much of you because you hurt yourself for the sake of the workplace and the people that you work with.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
as soon as someone you work with gets hurt worse than you, all of that flies out the window.
Suck
'cause
it
you
up.
Yeah, because the attention shifts over to the more painful one.
At least you're not that guy, right?
Exactly. The attention shifts, and you're right. You are going to be compared, your
Yeah.
injury, to the other person that got hurt. These three guys, gals, whoever, these three officers that
Yeah.
got burned, that sucks.
Yes.
But it pales in comparison to having to go get X amount of stitches from a deep-ass cut when you put your hand through
Well,
a
it would
window.
also suck if you and other people have the same injury, because you could even compare your injury that's the same. Does that make sense?
Say that again.
Like, because there were multiple people that got burned by the water.
Yes.
Like, you could compare those three. Well, like, that guy was in front, so he got it the worst. Like,
You're right.
even if you all have the same injury at the same time, there could still be comparisons.
You're absolutely right. But the ultimate cruelty, and it looks like everyone's going to be okay, thank
Yeah.
God. The ultimate cruelty about this story, the folks that got burned, the officers that got burned up front, didn't even really get a moment of sympathy because the person who cut their arm, the state trooper, did it at the exact same
yeah.
time. So it may be possible that the worst injury showed up first, and then it was like, oh, you got burned? Shut up!
Yeah, you can't even complain.
Right? Yeah, this guy's like bleeding out
Hey,
over
no
here.
blood, yeah.
Oh, it's red. Look how red it is over here. Oh, I mean, bro, you must have gone through this all the time, cutting meat back in the day.
Yeah. It's always the worst one is the guy that has the lesser injury gets louder about the injury and starts like making more of it than it is to try to get sympathy
He's got justify.
or try to get some time off. You know what I mean?
But I get it.
Oh, sure.
Sometimes you are your only advocate
Yeah.
because.
Nobody wants to hear it.
But here's the thing: just because someone gets hurt more doesn't mean your injury hurts less.
Yeah. But the problem is like when you get like minor injury, then people want to come up and tell you about the time they got injured and it
Yeah.
was way worse than what you got.
Yeah.
So don't even complain, man.
Okay,
Could be
all right.
could be a lot worse, man. I'm telling you. So like the only guy that gets it is the top guy.
All right, can I also throw another hypothesis
Yeah.
out there? 252 WCMF. Again, we're talking about the story happened out in Irondequoit, 10 a.m. on Saturday. Irondequoit Police Department, state troopers, and U.S. federal marshals were called out to get a man out of a house. He had 2 active warrants against him. On top of that, he was facing an eviction, and he was about to have his federal probation revoked. He was not coming out of the house, and to ensure that wasn't going to happen, he boiled pots of water that he left near the front of the house to chuck at people trying to come in. That's what happened. 3 Irondequoit police officers tried to go through the front. They were scalded with boiling water. Minor burns, thank goodness. At the same time, trying to come in the back created a distraction. A state trooper, according to police, put his arm through a glass window, had a severe cut, and these poor burned officers, not great, but way better than a giant gash on your arm that you need a bunch of stitches for. I would make the argument.
What's that?
And if I'm wrong, tell me.
Good.
The more women you work with, the more sympathy you will get due to injury.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And everybody that is working that has never gotten sympathy at your job is because you work with a bunch of dude dicks that can't feel bad for anybody.
Right, and they'll just make fun of you the
Or
whole
tell,
time.
or again,
Or it's your fault.
or it's your fault, or I got that too. Mine was worse.
Yes.
It's a 3-prong attack. I've been hurt worse. You did this to yourself. Quit being a bitch.
And also, I've seen worse than that. I remember this one guy, man, severed his head. He didn't come back for he just never came back.
All right, let me ask you a question.
Good.
Let's say you get hurt on the job.
Yeah.
Right? You have someone that works as a volunteer paramedic with you. That person is going to be able to help you out immediately.
Okay.
That person also will have very little sympathy for you based on things they've seen in the past.
Oh, sure.
Do you want the immediate help and lose sympathy? Or would you rather be in pain for a little while to gain the sympathy at your job?
I'm not big on the pain.
I understand, but we all know how much easier work can be when everyone's like, oh, hey, let me handle it.
I
Don't
do
worry
like
about
attention.
It. Well, I didn't mean attention.
Like,
I
Well,
meant
it is
being-
attention.
getting you out of your responsibility.
Yeah, I was
Well,
gonna say you'll be in pain for a little while, but the payoff's bigger.
Maybe I can take the pain.
You can't take any pain.
I hate
Lazy
pain.
bitch. Everybody hates pain.
Now, some people like wear it like a badge of honor.
No, only after the
Yeah,
pain.
you know, I played the game. I have a high tolerance for pain because I'm stupid. I'm numb. The other guy lost his head.
People that wear pain as a badge of honor only wear it after the pain is gone. You're right. Well, the pain is happening. It's pain. It sucks.
I'm gonna pass on the pain.
So you would rather?
Yeah, give me the paramedic. Get me the hell out of here.
All right, Kimmy.
Give me some drugs.
Pain for sympathy or immediate remedy and no sympathy at your
Women have a higher tolerance for
Well,
pain.
I was just gonna say,
They do.
my fear of calling for help immediately is I feel like I'm gonna be embarrassed because now all eyes are on you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like once that ambulance shows up to work, or once somebody has to take it to like the hospital to get help, like I think I'm more embarrassed in the moment than seeking sympathy.
I will say this: anytime I've ever seen a female like in the grocery business get hurt, man, people got serious.
Well, yeah.
Like it was like
Like
no
a crowd shows
embarrassment,
up,
all
yeah.
hands on deck. We got to help her out. Here come the flowers. Here come the cake. We got to do something for. When a guy got hurt, it was like, when's he coming back? Man, we're short.
Are you? Does that bother you?
Yeah.
Why? I'm also a small woman.
Yes, I am. If you think about it, some of these chicks were bruisers.
RJ writes this on Instagram, Duffy at WCMF. I definitely want the help. Screw sympathy. I'd rather not die.
Yeah. Well, you know how he goes to death. You're just saying injured.
Well, I mean, but you die, you get a plaque.
Well, I don't want to die. And
Do
by
you-
the way, I don't think you get a plaque.
Well, no, you'll get like the Tommy Muley Memorial Cafetorium.
Cafeteria. We have plaques around here that
Yeah.
don't last a year.
Yeah, no.
The guy retires. He's still alive, and they already ripped it off and gave it to somebody else.
All right, let me ask you this question: how hurt are you willing to get for time off?
Ooh,
Stitches.
how many?
All right, let's do this. Today, you have an option.
Yeah.
Right? The genie comes down. It's the
Oh.
weirdest genie. He doesn't grant wishes. He grants
Pain.
he grants time
Pain,
off
yeah.
through injury. He goes, either you can have the regular day you're going to have,
Right.
right? Or you're going to put your arm through a window by
Ugh,
accident.
ugh.
You're going to need 30 stitches.
Holy Christ,
30. It's
man.
going all the way up. 30 stitches. But it will
What-
get
what?
you 2 weeks off. Would you take 30 stitches for 2 weeks off?
Based on my body language, I'm not getting 30 stitches in my arm.
So
You
2
don't
weeks.
get to- you don't get to enjoy that 2 weeks off, though. You're in pain probably for those 2 weeks.
But however,
You don't get to do what you want to do.
all right. Counterpoint to that, though, Kimmy. I mean, look.
And even if you could do what you want to do, you'd probably be afraid of people seeing you out and about doing what you want to
You
do.
can't take a shower. Can
Yeah.
you get your stitches
you
wet?
put a garbage bag over
You can't.
it.
What
you
if it's your like dominant hand?
Are you not J. Owen?
How could you?
I blew 3 stitches. How? I don't want to tell you. Look,
I can't go lefty, bro. I've tried it. It's brutal.
It feels like somebody else, and his hand tells him no. Kimmy, I get me. You may not get this because you don't have kids, right? But every week off I have
Yeah.
is not rest. I'm taking my family somewhere.
Yes, but you're not in pain
I
while
understand.
you're doing that.
I understand. But this 2 weeks would be the ability for you to sit around and do nothing. Like you'd be able to
but
rejuvenate.
you probably can't even sleep because you're probably uncomfortable.
Oh, do you get pain like pills?
I don't know how serious.
Like good stuff, like Tylenol from Canada.
You're talking about it's got the little pop.
Got a little codeine in it, buddy.
Little pop.
Oh yeah, it's happy hour.
Jessica. No, like I love my job, but if I had 2 weeks, no guilt, where
Yeah.
I could just rejuvenate and become a regular
But wouldn't
person
you
again.
you think you could not have guilt during that time? Like I don't think anybody
If
you're not somebody that takes off a lot, probably the reason is you feel guilty when you're away, or you feel like somebody else is picking up your slack while you're away. Like
But you're also
those thoughts wouldn't like creep into your head at all while you're out.
but it's not like the flu where they can't see you. They watched you put your arm through a
Yeah.
window. Nobody's gonna
Yeah.
bitch.
But you wouldn't even enjoy the time off like you think you would, because you think like you're just gonna really relax, rejuvenate, not a care in the world. You fidget, you worry,
Okay, yeah.
you're a
Yeah.
complainer, you're a whiner, you're a control freak.
You're not going to shut off your
These
brain.
are just your good traits. I'm just saying, like you wouldn't even enjoy it because you would be constantly be nervous.
All right. I have multiple friends who work in the trades who injured themselves severely.
Wait, in this?
No, in the
Oh,
the
in the
trades.
trades.
Yes, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to say too much.
No,
Okay.
working men.
Yes, you got it. But like 3 of them got injured very badly.
Yeah.
And it was like the best thing that ever happened
Oh.
to them. Like they got to hang around and do nothing. They got paid. Like I look.
That was my father-in-law. He was in construction his whole life.
Yeah.
Little short of Sicilian.
Yeah.
He got 2 massive injuries, and he would still try to get out and garden
I was
because he
just gonna
couldn't
say.
sit. You know what I mean?
How
I mean, he's either going to watch wrestling, drink coffee, or garden. That was his life, man. And tinker on his Eldorado.
Yeah, like what if that injury prevents you from doing the stuff you like to do?
I get it, but you're also.
But they'll still try to tough it
Yeah.
out, though.
Yeah, but it can't be comfortable.
No, they're like the hunchback out there trying to do their thing.
Aaron writes, "Us got a paper cut the other day. Who do you complain to about that?" I know he's making a joke, but that
Paper
does.
cuts can be nasty,
and
man.
it's those little injuries that just linger that nobody will give you.
And it's
sympathy
always
for.
in like an area that never heals because it's like the joint of your
Yeah.
finger that you're constantly moving, and it just
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
heals.
And
Yes.
you can't stop thinking about it.
No, you're right. But like nobody's gonna be like, "Oh,
No.
your paper." Justin writes us, Duffy on WCMF. I was out for 3 weeks. I was just out for 3 weeks because I threw my back out at work. I'd rather be healthy than have the time off because I couldn't move. Oh, Justin, company man. I'm here to work, boss. My back hurts, but I'm here.
The other problem with like back injuries and stuff like that, you can't see anything. So it's just my back hurts. Well, you could be making that up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
you
man.
went through that. You had to have back surgery.
Yeah. But nobody has any sympathy because you just look normal.
Little Tom. Well, you don't look normal. Little Tommy hurt his back. Oh, my back's out. Which is funny because you're the smallest person to ever have back injury. Like, you're not carrying weight around. You don't have any stress in your life at that point. Oh, my back. Oh, no. I got it from lifting my groceries from Danny Wegman. Oh, no. It hurts so bad. Oh, no. Again.
You know, I had to pee in the Tupperware.
you
I
didn't-
did.
You didn't have. You couldn't have found
All
a
right.
gallon of milk.
How was I getting a gallon of milk? I was sticking in an apartment by myself.
No, I'm saying just get an empty milk jug. Put your penis in that.
You can't get up on it. I was on all fours.
Did you throw
I
away
couldn't
that
stand
Tupperware?
Oh,
up.
right. This was when it happened.
Yeah, so
Gotcha.
I had
Okay.
to like find Tupperware on the bottom shelf of this apartment I lived in, and I had to use that.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, and then I had to like ladle it into the toilet
Can I
Ugh.
ask, did you throw the Tupperware away?
eventually.
Eventually.
No,
Did
I
you-
mean, I rinsed it out, used it, I ate out of it. What?
Must have been some good Tupperware.
Just scrub it out, man. It's
Bro,
my,
I've put
it's my pee.
I've put spaghetti in Tupperware that doesn't come out. What does urine do?
It does. It actually, it gets those red stains out of the Tupperware. Believe it or not, the active ingredient in urine is really cleansing. And dumping was also an issue.
No, I don't.
Nope.
No, I didn't dump in the Tupperware.
That's what it's called, Dumperware. One of their worst selling products. Look, this would work, it sounds like. There are studies that show this does work.
Oh,
And because it is so effective, there are folks that are arguing if we were to bring these to Rochester, New York, one of our biggest problems in the fall and winter would essentially go away.
okay.
But with all good,
Yeah.
there comes bad.
What is this,
I'm
man?
going to tell you what it is, and it sounds insane. It sounds
It sounds
insane.
vicious as crap.
But two things. One, these have been here before. They were here before, so
Why'd they leave?
it wouldn't be unnatural.
Yeah.
And two, I mean, if this is one of the worst things that happen, look, this happens way more here for some reason than anywhere else.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the worst that happens?
Oh, you tell me.
It could be pretty bad.
Yeah.
We'll get into it next here at the break. I'll see you then. no idea is a bad idea.
Yeah, true.
You just have to weigh if the benefits are worth what could potentially happen.
All right.
And here's the thing. This is going to sound insane. And my knee-jerk reaction when I saw it is, what, are you out of your effing mind? But it's science-backed.
Okay.
And maybe there is something here that would benefit us more than it would hurt us.
Ooh.
You're hanging out in the break room, Rochester's Classic Rock, 96.5, WCMF. We'll jump right into it. We in the greater Rochester area cannot stop blasting deer with our car.
Well, they're all over the place.
Yes. And we're coming into that season, right? It is about, hunting season is right around the corner to try and thin out the population. But it has to be the time right now where there are, if not soon, the most deer running around.
Yeah.
Last year, Monroe County, New York, had the most deer-related crashes in the entire state. Either we have way more deer than other places, or we are terrible at driving.
Number one, baby.
So for the last couple of years, folks in the state have been trying to figure out a fix because we can't keep letting this happen.
What do we do?
A strange solution may have presented itself.
Yeah.
A group of people are arguing the way to make the deer population lower
Yeah.
is pumas.
Puma. The cat.
Big-ass cat.
Okay.
Okay.
Are there native?
But aren't they like in a jungle or something?
No, I mean, it's a mountain lion, essentially.
Oh, it's a winter cat.
It's a cat.
But do we have those here?
We did at one point. We no longer have them.
Okay.
They left for some reason.
Yeah.
Probably because we showed up.
Same
and
time
started-
we lost
Yep.
champion. It was terrible.
No, remember
Okay, so that they
Charlotte
were-
Hornets, Puma?
So they were at one point here.
Yes.
All right, so you'd have to put vicious mountain cat in. How big are pumas?
Kimmy, can we Google how big are pumas?
Because it's got to be sizable to take down a deer and then eat it.
I think it's smaller than you think.
It's got to be vicious and powerful enough to. Because deer are quick.
Yeah, but so are pumas. It's a cat.
All right. I mean, how much bigger than like a fox?
I don't know, but it doesn't have to be bigger than. I mean, it doesn't have to be
But-
huge. It just has to be fast and strong
By
enough
the
to
way,
take down a deer.
it would also go after us.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
So put a
And
pin in
pets.
that. Put a pin in that.
Yeah.
The state of Washington recently did a study
Yeah.
that showed that their mountain lion population kept deer away from people.
So they'll eat the deer.
Yes, well, it's not just that. In the study, they found that when pumas were in the wild, deer were less likely to occupy areas with roads. They also found that deer were moving more in the daytime when they were moving because it's easier to avoid try this again. In the daytime, it is easier to avoid a deer-car collision. At night, out of fear for being hunted, deer stayed put.
Okay.
So if you can see the deer, you can avoid the deer. It's the nighttime deer accidents that are most dangerous. And something insane, scientists say that pumas being present lowered deer car accidents by 76% over a 5-year
Yeah,
period.
but then you got to drive past some puma eating some deer carcass like you see on like the Animal Planet.
Okay, but that
Like
deer's-
that rib cage and like.
but that deer didn't smash the front of your
I
car,
don't wanna
roll up the hood, and put an antler through your
Yeah,
windshield.
but I don't want to see like brutal Serengeti lunchtime.
I'm going to say this statistic one more
Like,
time.
guts in her face.
I need you to listen to what I'm going to
I'm listening.
Okay. Scientists say the pumas present lowered deer car accidents by 76%
Yeah.
over a 5-year period. So, if we want to decrease our odds of hitting deer, it's a pretty simple idea. Get some pumas all up in here.
And then they're walking around gigantic deer guts.
25
chowing on the deer.
252 WCMF, 252-9263. Are either of you on board with releasing pumas into the wild?
No.
You're
They're too adorable.
What, pumas?
Deer. I mean, they're all over our neighborhood, but every time I'm walking, I see them. Like, how cute they are.
Okay.
Especially the baby ones.
Until you blast them with your effing car.
No,
Yeah,
but it's
but-
like killing puppies.
I have a question. Would your odds go up that you're going to hit a puma?
It seems that pumas don't get hit by cars.
They're probably
Okay.
super fast.
Well, it's not just super. They might be smarter than deer.
Could be.
I mean, I like.
yeah.
One thing I like about living in this area, there's not a lot of wildlife
Vicious.
to be afraid of. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like something that I'm scared to see in my yard.
But do we need to be afraid of something like this?
I mean,
Yeah, what I say, you wake up
I
with
don't know. You gotta
damn things in your backyard.
No.
pets, kids. I'd be a little nervous.
Oh, yeah.
So a couple of things. We may have a mountain lion or two roaming around our area based on witness accounts last summer. Those still may be here, right? And mountain lions, like I said, used to be native to the area when settlers first showed up. So it's not like releasing them would be weird. They have been here before. right?
Yeah, but they were here like in the 1800s.
But I guess,
We've changed a tad.
I get it. It wouldn't be like letting a lion go that would like die in the snow. Like these things have been here
All right,
before.
I got a question.
Yes, go ahead.
So let's say in between chowing on deer,
Sure.
they get hungry. What are their other options that they enjoy?
Yeah, are they gonna like take down a population of animals we didn't see coming?
So I think the argument is the deer population here is so huge
All right.
that there would not be other animals they need to
Okay,
eat.
so there's plenty of good eating.
All right, 252 WCMF. Could this work? And if we released pumas to take care of the deer population, would the benefits outweigh the negatives? And what are the potential negatives? Because you're right. There may be a dog or two that gets eaten by a mountain lion. How many dogs are you willing to sacrifice to the puma gods if it guarantees a 75% decrease in car deer accidents?
I think about the dog, the cat,
Dog, cat.
old lady.
I don't think an old lady's
What if
gonna
it grabs an old lady's leg?
Why would it eat an old lady?
Because it's hungry. Let's say she goes out and put the trash out.
Okay.
Damn thing's there. It snaps at her.
What would that sound like if the
Oh my god, it's a mountain lion or a chimpanzee, I'm not sure.
It's a chimpanzee. I mean, we see people get attacked by foxes, but those foxes are mostly rabid.
Yeah.
Pumas can go rabid, can't they? Everything
Everything can.
everything can go rabid.
Can a human
Clark writes
go
us,
nuts?
Yeah, we can, yeah. Clark writes us, Duffy and WCMF, car puma accidents will go up by 100%. Let's talk to George. Hey, George, you're on CMF. What's going on, brother?
Hey, where are they going to release them?
I don't know. This is in the very early. And by the way, no, look, this is not coming from anyone in the state. These are people trying to solve the problem with any idea possible. So this would be,
I got you.
it's not even the early stages. But, George, let's say they were going to go down this road. Would you have a problem with it?
Yeah, because the biggest spot where they're deer is in Mendon, and they're going to end up just eating people's pets and stuff, and all the people walking in the parks. I mean, look at California. People are getting eaten by pumas all the time.
Wait, all right, hold on. Back up. How many people got eaten by pumas in California last year?
I don't know the numbers, but you hear about it. It happens.
When is the last time you heard of someone being eaten by
I don't know.
pumas?
I haven't. I'm not that.
All right, George, you seem like a nice guy. I'm just going to ask you a question. Did you get caught up in the conversation and just say out loud for no reason, people get eaten by pumas all the time in California?
No, it's happened.
Okay.
It's happened.
It's happening.
It's happened.
It's happening.
Have Kimmy Google it.
All right, Kimmy's going to – Kimmy, George says Google it. George, thanks for the call, buddy. Kind of feels like –
There was a fatal attack in 2024.
Okay.
Fatal.
Yeah.
2 years
People
ago.
have been attacked, just not. Okay. No, there was another attack last year in Malibu.
Okay. Yeah, but those Malibu people.
Surfers.
You probably taste like foie gras. It does kind of feel like George got wrapped up in the conversation and they just said,
It's
lot of
happened.
puma attacks.
To his credit, it has happened.
Can't even
Mountain
get
lion
a-
attacks have happened. In
So they
California.
can't kill you.
Well, yeah,
I
it's a
mean-
wild animal.
Yes.
But so can a deer car accident. I mean, look, I
Yeah.
know that you think a lot of people think deer car accident no big deal. They kill people.
Oh, I know.
Those accidents kill people.
Sure, you lose control. The damn thing comes through the windshield.
Yes, I mean the losing control seems to be what hurts people more. You swerve to miss a deer and
You
you end
lock it up, yeah.
Exactly. You hit somebody else. You hit a pole.
Yeah.
Would it wreck the ecosystem?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it may not just go after deer. You might find that, like, it could throw off the balance of other things.
Yeah, if
too.
they have no natural enemy, they'll just start eating everything.
Well,
Do coyotes not go after deer?
are coyotes too
What
small to take them
What
down?
What do they go after?
Well, they go after baby deer. But when I've seen a coyote go, I've actually
They use
watched this.
squirrels and stuff.
I always thought, I thought more and more coyotes were showing up in towns around the area.
Every time I see a coyote go after a deer, it's a baby, and when the mom shows up, the coyote usually takes off. Do they not go after adult deer?
It's probably too big for them.
Yeah, that would make sense. Not
Yeah.
too big for a puma, though.
Okay,
no.
mostly like rabbits and squirrels.
Okay. 252
Oh, they
WC
do deer sometimes.
252 WCMF. Again, Monroe County, fun fact, has the most deer-related crashes in the entire state of New York, and something needs to be done. So folks trying to solve this problem, and again, this is not a state-county idea. These are independent folks looking how to stop this, are suggesting pumas. A study done in the state of Washington showed the mountain lion population there kept deer away from people. When pumas were in the wild, deer were less likely to occupy area with roads. They also found that deer stopped moving at nighttime. So the deer would move in the day, but it's easier to avoid a deer collision in the day. The most shocking part of this study, scientists in this study said pumas being present lowered the deer car accident 76% over a 5-year period.
So it works.
It works. It's just now you got to deal with pumas.
Yeah.
Can I ask a stupid question?
stupid away.
Would loosening the hunting rules be a better idea to, in theory, kill more deer?
Well, it doesn't do anything for like where I live. What's hunting going to do for? You're not going to start shooting deer in the middle of Mendon Ponds Park or, Monroe Avenue.
How far do deer move from where they like sleep?
It seems like I see the same group
How would you know?
because it's the same
How
six.
would you got his name tag on? Bambi, you dumbass. How would you know it's the same
You
deer?
kind of know it's the
You
same
don't
family.
No.
It's the same.
It's the same deer.
We got like 6.
You got like 6 deer.
Yeah.
6 the same deer.
And,
keep showing
they're
up.
like in our neighborhood. They walk around. And like I told you off mic, they don't fear people. They're like domestic animals.
Most deer cover about 1 to 2 miles in a 24-hour cycle.
So they're like old
it's
Italian people.
between their bedding and feeding areas.
They're walking around with their hooves behind their back. They're looking, what are you doing over there?
No, so hunting is not going to help you unless you're going to start letting them shoot around your neighborhood. You're not going to do that.
Well, Troy writes, the DEC increased the amount of deer tags they gave out this year. If it's brown, it's going down.
God, they still using that.
I don't know. Let him have fun. He's trying to help you with the deer.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Mike writes, that's Duffy on WCMF. See you guys calling. Kimmy's getting to you. There are a lot of hungry cougars in Gates. The most popular sighting is at Pat's Mom's. It's not funny, Mike. That's hurtful. It's a hurtful thing to say. 252 WCMF, 252-9263. Let's talk to Josh. Hello, Josh.
Hey, so I heard you guys saying about like loosening the hunting regulations and stuff, and they actually started doing that this year.
Okay.
So you can get more doe tags this year than you could ever before. So normally you have to put in for a raffle to get 2 doe tags. So you get 1 buck tag, and then you put in for the 2 doe. And if you fill your 2 doe, you can submit and do a lottery again to try to get 2 more tags.
Okay.
And
So-
then
okay.
what they're also talking about doing next year is if you shoot a buck, because you only get 1 buck tag a season for rifle. If you shoot 2 doe, they'll give you a second buck tag.
Why do I feel like I'm at a casino right now? What you got to do? You got to hit 2 jackpots. You do that. You get into the what do you call that thing where it keeps growing bigger and bigger and bigger?
Well, the
It would've
thing
been a
with
better joke
hunters
if I
is
remembered it.
they're not really shooting doe. They, everybody wants that beautiful 8-point, 10-point buck, right? For
Okay.
like the trophy and everything like that. So what New York's trying to do is encourage more people to shoot doe.
Knock
because
out the
hunters are
moms.
Passing up.
All right, but let me ask.
Shoot a bomb.
Let me ask a question, Josh, and I don't need the long answer just because I'm stupid.
You're going to get the long
yeah,
answer.
I got you.
All right, no, you're good.
This one only has long answers.
Like I get like taking out the moms lowers the population, but don't you risk like wiping out deer entirely if you're taking out too many moms?
Well, the DEC controls that very heavily. You have to report everything.
Okay,
so if,
gotcha. All right.
if there were too many killed, they would shut it down.
All right,
But
so she's
the
standing
doe
there next.
population,
She's standing there next to her baby. She's got those.
Man, women
literal
can't get a break.
doe eyes.
I don't shoot at anything next to a doe, next to
Hey,
a
raise
fawn.
your-
I mean, I'm sure there's hunters that
That's
would do
my
that, but-
mom, not my mom, Josh.
Horrible.
Not my mom, Josh. No. Josh, thanks for the call, buddy. Have a good rest of the day. There goes Mom shooting Josh. Adam writes us on Instagram. I'm going to read this. I'm a quote. This is
All right.
verbatim.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
My wife and I seen a bobcat at the end of 531 in Spencerport near the gas station about 3 weeks ago in the morning. Got it on dash cam, but of course the dash cam is Bigfoot quality. So they may already be here.
Okay.
The
But that's
question.
a bobcat.
Well, okay, so here's another fun fact according to Mike.
What?
Pumas, mountain lions, cougars, panthers are all the same creature depending on geographical location.
Oh.
So they're just named something different.
That's what it sounds like.
So a panther, like a Florida panther, is basically a bobcat.
Yeah, unless it's Sam Reinhart.
All right.
Yeah.
What's he?
Well, he's a great hockey player as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't mean,
Gotcha.
need you to follow along. Joke, dumbass. The question is, if there are already pumas, bobcats, mountain lions, whatever here, are there enough of them where they can reproduce?
Well, it sounds like no.
Well, why
Or
would
they're
one
moving
bobcat
on.
be
They're
hanging
not
around?
hanging around here.
Yeah.
You got to load up.
Well, no, because didn't we find out they can cover like 60 miles in a week-long period? Last time we were talking about what happened in the
Oh.
city. All right, look, I'm not saying this is a good idea. I just thought it was interesting. Like, you have the ability to cut deer car accidents by 75%.
75%.
And as long as we don't think about anything else involving this idea, it's a great idea.
Okay.
It's
All
a
right.
great idea. There is a young man who did something that has never been done before over the weekend.
Really?
And he made international news for it, and this story is amazing. And the only thing that sucks about this is, especially in this sport, there is no way, Kimmy, that he is not expected to do this. Like, it's just disappointment from here. You cannot top what he did.
So he peaked.
It's not something you could do all the time.
Let's put it this way. If he didn't peak, he will be the greatest ever to play this sport.
Oh.
And we'll tell you what happened next here in the break room. I'll see you about. I'm going to ask you this question, and I want you to think about it while we tell you this amazing story.
All right.
Does it benefit you to have the best day ever at your job on the first day at your job?
Oh.
You're hanging out in the break room. Rochester's Classic Rock, 96.5 WCMF. Allow us to introduce you to a man named Joshua Baez.
Baez?
On Saturday, Joshua made his debut for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Oh,
They were
all right.
playing the Cubs. Were they at Wrigley? Doesn't matter. So he gets up there.
Yeah.
And again, he's like 24 years old. He has never played Major League Baseball before. It's obviously his dream.
Yeah.
He is standing in the batter's box wearing a Major League Baseball uniform, his first Major League at bat, and the first Major League pitch he ever sees.
High fly ball, center field. PCA turning, looking, and it's gone. Joshua Baez, his first Major League at bat, and he hits a 2-run homer.
Was that the first pitch
First pitch!
that he's ever seen in the majors?
The first pitch thrown at him in majors did not cross the plate. He put it out of the park. So it sounds like they were in St. Louis. So this is happening in St. Louis.
Yeah.
All right. So you homer on the first pitch you've ever seen in the majors. How the hell do you follow that up?
Boyd delivers. Left field, hat turning and looking, and it's gone.
He did it again.
He did it again.
Baez has done it again.
Man, baseball's easy.
All right. So this kid has had 2 Major League at-bats.
Yeah.
His first 2 Major League at-bats, he hits a home run both times.
If he keeps this up for 20 years.
Oh, I actually did the numbers.
So it looks like they were at Wrigley.
Okay. Well, a lot of
think.
Cardinals fans, it sounds like.
I don't know. I can't tell now.
Anyway, so first pitch he sees, home run. Second at bat in the majors, home run. There's no way he's going to do it again.
No.
Right? Right?
Boyd delivers. Fly ball right field. Suzuki's back. And it's gone.
Oh,
3 homers in his first 3 Major League at-bats. Unbelievable.
All right, so that's got to be a record.
All right, so we'll get there. We'll get there. All right, so 3 at-bats.
Yeah.
You know, a standard, most players get 4 at-bats in a game.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you know, Joshua Baez comes to the plate for a 4th time. He has hit 3 home runs
Yeah.
in his first 3 at-bats in the majors, right?
Yeah.
What are the odds he does it
It ain't
again?
happening.
You're right, it didn't. He flew out to center field. But
I was going to say, did I miss something?
But he hit 3 home runs in his first 3 at-bats in his career.
Yes.
In Major League Baseball. He is the first ever Major League player to debut with a 3 home run game, let alone
In the
have
history of baseball.
In the history of baseball, 150 some odd
yeah.
years, he is the only player to ever hit a 3 home run debut game, let alone bang, bang, bang right off the
Yeah.
bat. So the record for the most career home runs right now is owned by Barry Bonds with 762.
Yeah. Oh, he's going to blow that off the doors.
On Saturday, at that pace, Josh Baez was going to hit 5,759
Yeah.
home runs.
He's on his way.
Bro,
That's insane.
bro, insane?
Yeah.
Insane is the understatement of the century, man. What are the effing odds?
Well, plus it's the first pitch
Yeah.
he's ever seen in the majors that he connects.
All right, so here's the thing.
You would almost think, like, this shouldn't be this easy.
Right? So, yeah.
So first pitch, first at bat home runs in players' careers are not. I mean, they're uncommon.
Yeah.
But they happen more than you think. Only because the pitchers don't know how to pitch to these guys.
Okay.
There's no tape. There's no tendencies. Like you get one.
Yeah.
You get one. After that, they got you figured
Okay.
out. And that actually kind of happened to Joshua Baez yesterday.
Oh, what happened?
Well, Saturday he went 3 for 4 with 3 home runs. Yesterday he went 0 for 5.
Right.
So
Okay.
now he's on pace to hit 2,300 and
Oh,
change
come on.
home runs in his career. Is this too much pressure from now on for this guy?
Well, I mean, yeah, because now you're going to be just one of the guys. Because you're right. It's so unique. It's not going to happen again.
Well, if you're lucky, you're one of the guys.
Right. But I mean, you're just going to be a baseball player now.
Well, again,
I mean, unless
Yeah.
this kid's some superstar we don't know about.
well, he could be a superstar. I mean, he was a pretty high-ranked prospect, I guess. I didn't know anything about him until he hit these 3 home runs.
Yeah.
I don't know, though. Is it better to start off your career with, like, a boost in confidence? Because if you come in and realize, oh, crap, I'm in trouble here, like, you don't want to have that mentality either.
You're right. You're right about that. But, fans are fickle.
Or they're going to forget about you.
Well, it's not that they're going to forget about you. It's
They
that,
have high expectations.
yes,
you know?
you just hit 3 home runs in your debut game.
Yeah.
Even, let's say he hits 230 for the rest of the season,
Yeah.
which would be respectable for a guy that's never played in the majors before. Boom.
Yeah, but now you're just you're almost a has-been at game 2.
But
Think about that. Like, you could be a has-been the next day.
He kind of was.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, yes,
Yeah.
unless he goes and does something again this week, this may be anything ever talked.
Yeah.
But he has this thing that no one can ever take away from him.
That is true.
He's the only one who have ever done it, and even if somebody else does it, he will be the first one
Yeah,
to
and
have
in the
ever
record
done it.
books at an old-ass league. Man, that's impressive.
252 WCMF. Joshua Baez made his debut for the St. Louis Cardinals on Saturday. Hit the first pitch he sees, home run. Second at bat, home run. Third at bat, home run. He went 3 for 4 with 3 home runs. He is the first ever Major League Baseball player to debut with a 3 home run game. He's also only the third Cardinal, it was at Wrigley, to hit 3 home runs at Wrigley.
As a St. Louis Cardinal. Yeah, because that rivalry goes back, 150 years?
Some of the best players to ever play baseball went through St. Louis and played at Wrigley 20 times a year, and he's one of 3 guys in the history of the team to hit 3 home runs at Wrigley.
And you know what it feels like? There are a lot of players that will never know what that feels like.
Yes.
That have long careers.
All right.
To hit 3 homers in a game.
You're right. But here's the thing that might suck a little bit. Look, I think I would want this, even if my career ends up being nothing. I end up getting dropped back down, whatever. You got the record forever. But, sometimes being good at a job early on happens because you don't know what you don't know.
It's dumb luck.
Yeah.
Well, you're loose. Everything's
you fall
fine.
into it, too.
Exactly, yes.
The stress of it hasn't hit you yet.
Right.
It can happen at certain jobs where once you start to learn how this works, and once you've been there for a while, and once you've had the joy of succeeding up front, trying to get back to that is a miserable, impossible experience.
Yeah.
And that would be my only concern with this kid.
That he bottoms out and that's it?
Well, the success, trying to get back to
Gets
that
in your
success,
head.
which will never happen, becomes this torturous thing for him. Especially with baseball. It's the hardest, hitting a baseball is the hardest thing to do.
Right, and if you're just known for that one moment, and as you retire, if they bring you back, remember this guy here?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
You're just a fun fact.
Well, but you will always have that
Yeah.
fun
Or you,
fact.
I guess if you lean into it, you become that lovable has-been, right?
But that's 20 years, 30 years from now.
Yeah.
Right, but that might be all you had.
All right. Well, he doesn't want to hear that now. Right
No,
now.
you don't.
By the way, guy's got a lot of confidence. They interviewed him after the game, or excuse me, before the game.
Yeah.
And they asked him, how do you see yourself as a Major League Baseball player? And he says, I think I'm a Mike Trout type of player.
Wait, he was one of the greatest players.
Is still playing, yeah. Might have.
Was.
Well, he plays, dude. Not good.
I don't follow the game.
But yeah, he's one of the greatest players
Yeah.
of his generation. And even before he took a swing, he compared himself.
That's kind of
Yeah,
a cocky statement.
Hey man, he
Bold
backed
move.
it up.
All right.
He backed it
Yeah.
up on
We'll see
Saturday.
how it goes.
So, the other funny thing, my brother works in the sports card industry now.
Yeah, I've been hearing.
The amount of people that ran and found this guy's card, they had sitting in a shoebox.
Oh.
And put it on eBay for $1,000.
Smart move.
Well, I don't know if anyone's buying
Yeah,
it.
but you may.
3 home runs. Buy at the highest it could possibly be. All right, let's take a break.
Yeah.
This story from Canandaigua, well, excuse me, not Canandaigua, Lions, my apology, has a man at this age doing something that you would not believe in 1,000 years they were capable of.
Because of the age.
Well, look, I get that guys this age get angry.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
get
they
that
do.
guys this age do certain things with weapons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But there is one tiny detail
Guys that age have also. I've had enough.
But Kimmy, there's a physical part of this story that floored
Yes.
me.
Yeah,
Oh.
you're right. You're right.
And-
I couldn't picture exactly what was being described.
We'll try and break it down.
Okay.
And look, I'm a pacifist. I'm not a violent person.
No.
I am not an eye for an eye type of justice guy.
Okay.
However, I would argue in this story, with how out of control it allegedly got,
Yeah.
this might be an eye for an eye type of
Damn.
story. And we'll get into it next here in the break room on CMF. Hey, Kimmy, another example of what we talked about last week. It's the summer of this. It keeps showing up.
What happened?
I'm going to tell you what happened. Look, past this showing up again.
Yeah.
Right? This is a deeply disturbing story. And it sounds like the victim is going to be okay, but it's what a man this age, at least according to police, was willing to do out of anger.
Oh.
Anger? And if you are willing to do this to someone in this situation,
Yeah.
I mean, look, when it comes to punishment, how do you argue against that person being able to do it back to you?
A little
Okay.
taste of your own medicine.
Oh, big old taste, Kimmy. If that medicine is a boot. You're hanging out in the break room, Rochester's Classic Rock, 96.5, WCMF. You can visit the contest page right now at WCMF.com. Enter for your chance to win a $50 gift card to Bill Gray's, home of the world's greatest cheeseburger and best haddock fish fry. Maybe that would have chilled this guy out.
So what riled him up?
Well, this story starts Friday afternoon out in Lyons, and it begins as a road rage story. The Wayne County Sheriff's Department says that a 71-year-old man
71?
swerved his car at a victim who was riding his bike.
A bicycle.
Yes.
Yeah.
So a 71-year-old man, bicyclist on the road.
I know a dad that used to do that just for fun.
Me too.
If the story ended here, that would be enough to make him a massive dick,
Yes.
and it would lead to charges,
Yeah.
right? But it doesn't end there. Police say the 71-year-old man then cut the bicyclist off
Okay.
and pepper sprayed him.
So he through the window? Did he
It
get
doesn't
out?
say.
We don't know.
It
Okay.
doesn't say.
But he had pepper spray on him.
Yep.
Yes, he had pepper spray on him, and he used it on the bicyclist, according to police. Kimmy, the summer of pepper
If
spray
you give an
continues.
old man
Yeah,
a
I forgot.
weapon.
Seriously, man. Seriously. This is the, sixth pepper spray story
Yeah,
we've had in the
we've
last
had
2
quite
months?
a few.
Talked about it last
Yeah.
week. All right. So if the story was done here,
Yeah.
the 71-year-old man is a monster.
Yeah.
Right? But after allegedly swerving, cutting off, and the pepper spray, police say the 71-year-old man then kicked the bicyclist in the face.
So he got out of the car.
Yeah.
Either that or
Well,
he's
he's
like a
really
karate master.
Yeah.
Well,
Sorry.
okay, but you say that, but it didn't say that he ever got out of the car in the story. That's how I
Sounds
was
like
so
he did, though.
confused.
To get that mace in there.
I'm
good.
guessing the mace and the kicking has to happen.
I
So he
would
kicked the guy
think.
in the face?
According to authorities, the 71-year-old man kicked the bicyclist in the face.
So the kid was obviously down.
I would, well, yeah,
Or he's
again,
just a 70-year-old roundhouse.
roadhouse. All of this happened on public roads, by the way.
Okay.
This was all happening out on roads that
Yeah.
other people were driving on. Police say it started in the village of Newark and it ended in Arcadia around noon.
So how far away? Like how long did this go on for?
I do not know. I do not know.
I mean,
but
credit to that guy on the bike because I wonder if he was like trying to get away from him or if that was just like a long thing that kept going on for that amount of time.
who the hell knows? But, what a nightmare.
Yes.
So the good news,
What's the good news?
there are no reports of any serious injuries to the bicyclist. And somehow, despite the onslaught that this bicyclist allegedly faced,
Yeah.
they were able to get a description of the man. The police used that to track him down and arrest him. I would love to know the excuse that this 71-year-old guy tried to make when the cops arrested him.
Or why he attacked this kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look, if the allegations are true, he fought for his life. He used fight for your life tactics against a man on a bicycle,
Yes.
right?
So apparently, he was in my way.
But you're in the car.
What else would it be?
You already have an upper hand.
Right.
Thank you.
Like you
Just
can't
drive
even
on,
argue.
man.
You can't argue oh, this guy was following me because
Right.
all you had to do was put your foot on the gas
Exactly.
to get away from him.
Yes, unless it's Lance Armstrong on that
Yeah.
bicycle.
Yeah.
The bad news, at least for
Yeah.
the old man,
Yeah.
he's been charged with assault, reckless endangerment, criminal possession of a weapon. Is that the pepper spray, Kimmy, that they got him
I would
for?
imagine because I didn't see anything else
Well, it's
listed.
two assaults, right? Foot and mace.
Foot and mace. Foot and mace disease. He was taken to the Wayne County Jail. He has a court date coming up. First question
Yeah.
that pops into my head, and the phone number is 252-WCMF, 252-9263. How do you go on with your weekend if you are the guy on the bicycle?
You don't. You've been traumatized.
Yeah.
Right? You got pepper sprayed,
And then that wasn't enough.
he kicked you in the face.
Oh, yeah.
And the fact that the alleged perpetrator is 71 for some reason is really making me angry. When you see someone that old,
Yeah.
most people will treat that person with grace.
Yeah.
They will hold doors. They will smile. They will give up seats.
Well, they're just shuffling along.
But even if they want to talk to you, you will stop and have a pointless conversation you wouldn't normally have, right? And people at that age always get the benefit of the doubt. Meanwhile, he's out here allegedly kicking guys in the face.
He's one of those active seniors.
Jesus Christ. Holy cow. All right. I am not an eye for an eye type of person, right?
But what do you want to happen?
But if I were this biker, Tommy, let me ask you this.
Right.
You are the victim in this story. You are on the bicycle, you get pepper sprayed, you get kicked in the face. The assailant, the 71-year-old man, gets convicted. You are in the courtroom for the sentencing. The judge turns to you.
Yeah.
And they go, Mr. Muley, I can give this man the punishment he would normally give a 71-year-old man for this crime, whatever that punishment would be. Or I will allow you to do exactly what he did to you back to him one time. You can pepper spray him, and you can lay him down on the floor and then kick him in the face.
And he has to take it.
But that is the only punishment he will get. What are you choosing?
Yeah, it might be fun to do the pepper spraying and the kicking. Yeah, I think I take that.
You would take the eye for an eye punishment.
Oh, yeah. It's in the Bible.
Well,
I mean, obviously they put it in there for a reason.
Okay. The old
stuff
part,
like this.
The old part of it.
Well, whatever part they put it in.
No, that new part's kind of important.
I thought you're supposed to obey the whole Bible.
Well, it contradicts itself. That's the problem there.
Why'd they do that?
I don't know. I didn't write the book. Why
did they write the second book? They should have just kept it like that.
A lot of different people. See, this is what happens when you don't write together. Kimmy?
Yeah.
You're in the courtroom. Same situation. Judge says I can punish him. However, I would normally punish a 71-year-old man for this. Or you can pepper spray him and you can kick him in the face. That's the only punishment. What do you choose?
Well, I think if nothing else, the pepper spray and kick to the face would prevent that guy from doing it again.
You think so?
Yeah, I would think so.
I would have thought human decency would have prevented it in the first place.
It didn't. But now you really know what it feels like. Because I think like the pepper spray alone is going to have you in agony.
We've talked about this, yes. I agree.
And then you get that shot to the face.
Yeah, you get to kick somebody in the face.
Okay, why are you excited to kick someone
I
in the
would
face?
I would hope that
Never done it.
that
What
you're
if it's-
walking away from that with your tail between your legs.
Okay. All right. You don't think a standard punishment would do that? You don't think his name being in the paper, whatever the punishment would be in courtroom, would be enough to make him learn his lesson?
No.
No.
No, I don't.
You think that he is still, if the allegations are true, justifying to people?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Oh, that guy's absolutely explaining himself to everybody he knows and why what he did, why he had to do what he did.
I don't think, Tommy, you're tough enough to kick a man in the face.
I can kick.
No, I know you can physically do it. Actually, you know what? I take that back, too. But even if you could physically do it, because I've watched you work a kickball,
I mean, I connected on that ball.
and then you fell down.
Okay, but I did hit it.
Something to think about. If you were to
What?
kick this man in the face,
Right, and he's laying down.
and his nose exploded,
Yeah.
Oof.
that wouldn't freak you out?
Well, I'm not wearing my good shoes. I'm wearing some of my older kicks.
Yeah, you're right. It would be hard to kick somebody in the face.
I mean, Luke
Ugh.
Luke brings up a good point. If you kick a 71-year-old in the face, don't you think that might kill him? What if you accidentally kill him?
No, but it's all court legal.
I understand you wouldn't be held accountable, but let's say now you have that on your conscience for the rest
No,
of
I'm
your life.
also a registered killer.
That would excite you?
Yeah.
I'd have to register my foot with the FBI. Yeah, I'm taking it.
252 WCMF. We just got an even more insane detail
What's that?
on this story. Again, we're talking about a 71-year-old man out in Lyons. Friday afternoon, police say this started as a road rage story. The 71-year-old man swerved his car at a victim riding his bicycle. He then cut the bicyclist off. He then allegedly pepper sprayed the bicyclist. And if that wasn't bad enough, police say he then kicked the bicyclist in the face. And police say it started in the village of Newark and ended in Arcadia. Matthew says it's about 5 to 6 miles this trip
Yeah.
would have been.
So they must have been
So-
John or
Yeah,
something
going
the
back
whole
and
time.
forth.
I mean,
And-
Aaron,
but I guess then what made this guy wait to do what he did?
it's a good question.
You know, if you saw this and you didn't know what was going on, you think the guy in the car was training the guy in the bicycle?
Oh, right. Like,
Like,
he's
they're
Right.
talking back and forth,
Yeah.
and he's mad at him because he's not
Going
pedaling
fast enough?
fast enough.
yeah. They're traded for some kind of like
Yeah.
Iron Man or something. Aaron brings up a good question. Maybe this will help clear it up for you, Kimmy. He says, do you think the two knew each other and had some kind of beef? Like, what could have happened on that road where
It's a long time to be John.
And we
back
don't know the
forth.
age of the bicyclist?
We do not. We do not know the age of the bicyclist.
Okay.
We know it's a man.
And what day of the week was it?
Friday at lunchtime.
Okay.
So that guy could have been of age, too, to have the time to go for a bike ride on a Friday midday.
Okay.
So they could have been around the same age,
Possible.
Yeah, no, I guess it's possible.
roughly.
But that makes it even more terrifying
Yeah.
that you would kick a man near 70 allegedly in the face.
That's a fair fight if you're both in your 70s.
No.
Yeah.
No, a 71-year-old kicking another 71-year-old.
That's a push.
No, it's not.
Shouldn't even have gone to court.
252 WCMF. 252-9260. With both of you taking the eye for an eye option,
Yeah.
there is a selfishness in saying I would rather kick him in the face
Well, sure.
than take the punishment. Because if he gets to walk out of that courtroom a free man, no parole, no probation, anything,
Yeah.
in theory, he could still be a risk to the rest of the people in the community, right? Because there would, again, you want to think being pepper sprayed and kicked in the face, he'd learn his lesson.
Yeah.
But there's nothing that says
Okay.
that
Yeah,
would
he can
happen,
go back to his ways.
right? So,
I mean, how long would they lock him up?
Yeah,
for?
that's what I was.
Let's say they
wondering.
go the
Would he
other
even
way.
Go to jail?
well, that's the other thing. Like 71 years old, you're right. Based on stories we've seen before,
I mean,
We
would
don't
he get
know.
like 5 months?
And we don't know if this is his first offense. We don't know anything about his past.
Yeah,
They
you're
throw him
right.
in county lockup for 90 days and then release him?
No, based on stories you've seen in the past, a guy that age doesn't do jail time.
Oh.
And you've been fine with this, actually. In stories in the past, you have been fine with people over a certain age, no matter what, not getting jail
Well,
time.
you know. Yeah,
You don't want this guy to get jail time if the allegations are true.
I don't know.
He pepper sprayed.
Yes, he did. He did bad. Listen, he did
He
bad.
kicked a man in the face. When is the last time we had a story? We've done this show for 15 years.
15 years.
I don't think we've ever had a story of somebody kicking someone
No,
else in
you're
the
right.
face. And we've covered karate tournaments.
Oh, yeah.
All right, now we may be getting wrong distance calculations.
Okay.
Nikki says Newark is a village within Arcadia. It's not 5 to 6 miles.
Okay.
Right? But it does say the story happened in Lyons, so I don't know
Okay.
what the hell is going on here.
Started somewhere
It's-
where it didn't end.
Only the best coverage
started-
here.
Guys, it started somewhere where it didn't end.
It started somewhere. You sound like you're doing like those riddles from those books when we were in elementary school. It started somewhere. It didn't end.
It traveled.
It's
the
black-
issue traveled.
It's black and white and red all over. It was a newspaper. We have Facebook messages coming in. WCMF or the Break Room Facebook page, easiest to get us. This comes in from Dan. Dan says, you're only getting the perspective of the bicyclist. What did the bicyclist do to cause this? He can't be completely innocent either. What could he have done where that would be warranted?
Even if he cut the guy off or did something, it
Or
still
just said
wouldn't.
something nasty to him.
Okay, still wouldn't warrant getting pepper sprayed and kicked in the face.
Right?
Yes.
Like, I would argue even the swerving at the bicyclist is, what if you hit him?
Oh, yeah, you lost control.
That's what
and
I'm
I
saying.
thought-
Like, you in the vehicle, you already have the upper hand in this whole situation.
Thank you. And, like, past that, like, let's say just in the first thing, he loses control of the car.
Yeah.
If that guy goes down, you could put your back tire over his head.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's not an out of the question, out of the way
Oh, yeah.
crazy thing that could have happened.
That's true.
So you're right. Maybe there is something that the bicyclist did. There is, short of pulling out a gun and pointing it at the driver.
Yeah.
There is nothing I could imagine where there'd be like, and even if that were the case, to Kimmy's point earlier, drive faster.
Yes.
I mean, unless they had a past that, something happened. Or they knew each other.
So maybe like the guy rolled down his window. He wanted to say something to him, and that's when the pepper spray came out.
Well, I mean, let's say that, they had issues. They
Yeah.
go back a while. We don't know. I mean, they could have been hating each other for a long time.
Well, Luke writes us, what if the 71-year-old caught a guy sleeping with his wife and the guy jumped out the window on his bike and started going? Is it warranted then?
They chased him down.
No!
You smell like my wife.
My
That ain't
wife-
right.
My wife also smells like pepper spray. On account of this can of pepper spray that I'm using quite liberally on your face as a bicyclist. All right. So 3 things we should take from this story.
What's that?
1, if you're in a car, you can just drive away.
Stay in the car.
2, everyone be cool with your effing pepper spray, for
Yes.
God's sakes. And 3, unless your life is in danger, don't kick anyone in the face.
Okay, that's a good one.
the pepper spray's enough. Can we all agree?
Pepper spray
That's
is too
good.
much. Pepper spray is too much. Let's take a break. You want to talk about weird crime stories?
Sure.
We have another one right here.
Whatever.
And this one comes to us from Wayne County. There is a man who has been arrested after an investigation that was happening near where he lived. But what's weird about this story
Yeah.
is, 1, we don't know if he was the subject of the investigation before he was arrested. And 2, he may not have known what he shot at
Shot at?
belonged to the police department. And
Oh.
if that is the case, and there is a world where that is a thing,
All right.
should this man be in trouble?
We shot at something.
He did.
All right.
According to police, he did.
All right.
We'll get into it next here at the break room. Let's see about. So here's the thing.
What's that?
There is a lot of unknowns in this story. Because if this guy was aware of what this was and did this because he was the one under the investigation,
Yeah.
I get it. I totally understand the punishment, if he is convicted, appropriate.
Yeah.
However, there is a world in which this man unknowingly did something super illegal. And maybe even the act of just doing this to any one of these would be illegal. However, it would also be jarring to look up and see one of these above your house.
Above my house?
Not knowing where it came from. You're hanging out in the break room. Rochester's Classic Rock, 96.5. WCMF. The story comes to us from Wayne County.
What happened?
Another Wayne County story. And it starts with a police investigation. Wayne County sheriffs were in the town of Savannah, quote, conducting an investigation. And as part of said investigation, they were using their drone aviation response team.
Damn.
That's right. They had a camera in the sky keeping watch.
All right.
At least they did for a little while. Because at some point, the drone was struck by a projectile that disabled its camera system.
So somebody hit it.
Yes. Yes, they did. After further investigation, they determined someone fired something from a rifle on the ground.
God damn.
Police eventually arrested a 34-year-old man who was accused of being that shooter.
Yeah.
He was charged with second-degree criminal mischief and second-degree reckless endangerment. He has a court date coming up. But here's where the story is a little bit murky.
What's that?
It does not say in this police report we have if the investigation was focused on the man who allegedly shot at the drone.
Oh.
Because if this guy was being watched by police, the move he allegedly made is logical. It's dumb,
Okay.
but he doesn't want the camera keeping an eye on him, right?
All right. Makes sense.
Shoots him out of the sky.
All right.
However, I guess it would also be possible that he was just hanging out around his house and came outside to see a drone with a camera hovering over his place.
All right. Not
Or
knowing
nearby.
Yes.
who's running it.
Exactly.
All
It would
right.
just be a drone in the sky. I mean, it doesn't have a badge hanging off it,
All
right?
right.
He then decided he didn't want someone watching him, and not knowing that this drone belonged to the sheriff's department, shot at it. In which case, now we have ourselves a debate.
Which is.
Are you legally allowed, when there is a camera drone flying over your house, to take it out?
Not my airspace.
I mean, well, when you say take it out, you had to do it legally,
What's that?
not fire a
Yeah, I don't
gun
think
at
can
it.
you can't just be firing a rifle into the air.
Now,
right?
it said projectile.
Oh, I thought it said a
But
rifle.
It said rifle fired a projectile.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm telling you what the
Okay.
police report
Okay,
says. I don't
all
know
right,
what that
all
means.
right.
I'm just making sure
Either
we're all
way,
clear.
like, can you shoot stuff into the air? I mean,
Well, yeah. I mean, 21 gun salute.
So do you have the right to the airspace over your house?
252 WCMF, 252-9263. You walk outside, you look up, a drone you are not familiar with is staring you right in the face.
That's a new drone. Right there. That's
Where-
not- all right, good.
Where does the drone operator's rights end and your rights begin?
Well, where are my sky rights?
Yeah. I live in America. I got sky rights, maybe.
20 foot up?
It's a good question. We don't know. Do you
All
know?
right. No.
Okay. Kimmy, do you know?
I have no idea.
Like these drones and the technology surrounding them showed up so quickly and became so affordable so fast that these questions now matter. Right? Like, if that person is taking pictures of me in my backyard, is that against the law? Do I have a right to keep them from doing that? If I call the police, I me's possible that by the time the police get there, the drone has disappeared.
He's got to be gone.
And it could come back tomorrow at the same time. So how do I stop something like that from
Yeah,
happening?
takes it out.
What are my sky rights? Tell me, if this guy shot this drone out of the sky, unaware that it was a sheriff's drone and he's not the subject of the investigation, do you fault him for it?
Well, you shouldn't be firing your rifle.
I'd
at
be a little
things.
concerned if I saw my neighbor doing this.
Yeah, but yeah. I think so.
Okay, so you do not see him as a victim in any way.
Now, you probably shouldn't try to handle it on your own.
Okay. I'm not asking should you or shouldn't you.
Do I have a right to?
No. Okay. Yeah, I guess. Yes, that's the question. Yes.
Do I have a right to my sky privacy?
Skyvacy, if you will.
Skyvacy.
Where does my skyvacy begin and your right to operate a camera drone end?
Because what would be the difference if my neighbor was on a ladder working on his house?
Yeah.
And he's just looking into my yard.
All right, let me ask you a question. Every
Do I
day,
have a right to knock him off that ladder?
every day at 1 o'clock,
Yeah.
your neighbor gets on a ladder
Yeah.
over your privacy fence and just stares at you.
Yeah.
Every single day.
Right. Every day, and I'm guessing he's within his rights.
That has to be illegal.
Why? He's not a nuisance. He's not saying anything. He's not doing anything. He's just looking at it. He's a weirdo. Yeah, he's doing that.
Oh, hey, Tommy, what
Hey,
you doing
Tommy.
down there? Hey, why don't you take your pants off? It's awfully hot today.
He wants me to take my pants
Take them
off.
off slow, like. I got my sky rights up
If you
here.
want to see me with my pants off, God bless you.
You'll take them off for him?
Yeah.
All right.
You don't want to see the horror show that's underneath these bridges.
No, I've seen it. I agree.
So, under federal law, the FAA classifies all drones as an aircraft. So,
Okay.
willfully damaging, jamming, or destroying any aircraft is a federal felony.
So you can't touch them.
No, wait, but that can't be right. That can't be right.
It's a registered aircraft, son.
I mean, Dalton
I'm a
says
drone.
Dalton says the FAA states nobody owns the airspace over your house or property. It's like a person who flies a little personal plane needs to knock on every door that he flies over for permission. That's effed up. No, I agree with that. But that little plane traditionally didn't have a camera on.
Yeah, it doesn't hover over my house with it. Yeah.
Exactly. It can't sit
It
there
just
and just
flies by.
Yes, watch what I'm doing.
So it sounds like you don't really have any privacy above your house.
No, what it sounds like is nobody knows. That's what
Yeah.
it sounds like.
Yeah, because it says you have to follow drone regulations. I don't. It says you have to check rules in certain areas. It could vary depending on where you are.
And here's the thing.
Right.
I get 252-WCMF, 252-9263. Again, we're talking about the story out in the town of Savannah. The sheriff's department out there, Wayne County Sheriff's Department, were doing an investigation in a neighborhood. They were using their drone aviation response team. They had a camera in the sky keeping watch, at least until it wasn't, because somebody in the neighborhood, a 34-year-old man, according to police, shot a projectile from a rifle and took the camera out. He was arrested, charged with second-degree criminal mischief, second-degree reckless endangerment. And here's the thing. If he was subject to the investigation, this makes perfect sense. Arrest him. Okay, fine, whatever. However, it doesn't say that in the story, so we're not sure if this was just a guy outside of his house and he looks up and there's a drone with a camera and he goes, why is that staring at my house? And he shot at it. I would have thought maybe you would be within your rights, unaware that that's the sheriff's department doing an investigation.
Well, I guess, too, like, if you don't know what the drone's doing up there, then you probably, you probably don't have any rights unless you could prove that they were doing something that would have been like a nuisance.
Yeah,
like
that's
if the
what
guy
it
was up
says.
there sky perving.
Yep. If the drone is flying extremely low, hovering continuously, or filming through your windows, the pilot is maybe violating state
He's an
stalking, voyeurism, or nuisance
Yeah,
laws.
he's a perv.
Okay, but again, I call the cops.
All right.
Drone's gone.
Yeah.
What do I
It
do?
says
And my
take
shorts are gone.
videos of its behavior, look for the operator, don't do that.
Yeah, if your wife was out there at the pool or something like that, right, and he's like hovering over, you could assess the situation.
Okay. No, yeah, I got it.
I mean, then maybe you could do something.
I mean, I love how you're totally fine with the state that we're in right now. Cameras everywhere, man, just watching you, man. You're like, yeah, as long as my wife's not outside, it's totally fine. Okay.
Well, I mean,
I said my wife inside, honey, you gotta go inside.
it's affecting my mouth.
It says property owners do not own the airspace above their homes, meaning passing drones are usually not trespassing.
Passing drone.
What if it's a hovering, pervin drone?
Hovering drone.
Pervin drone.
Saul writes us on Instagram, Duffy on WCMF. Definitely shouldn't be shooting random bullets in the sky. You can kill someone, obviously. Yes, do not shoot bullets into the sky. But let's say I had a rock,
All right.
a big rock.
Or a
and
BB gun.
Yeah, okay.
Or something like that.
Let's go with
I don't know,
rock.
I'm not giving you enough credit for throwing that rock that high.
I could get a rock. I could knock out a Kimmy.
You think you have that?
You'd have to throw it straight up in the air
Yeah.
to hit
Yes.
a drone. Now, let's say it's 100 feet up
Well,
in the air.
okay, it's not getting 100 feet. If that drone's hovering 30 feet, I can knock that drone out of the sky with a rock.
But you'd also have to have good aim.
Okay. Dude, we could do this.
Also, that still looks kind of crazy. Your neighbor throwing rocks at the sky.
Guys just heaving them up there.
Well, if you don't see the drone, yeah.
Ooh, you know what I would be impressed with though? Slingshot.
But you'd have to have one
I know.
handy.
Maybe
Which
this
would
is-
also kind of be
Which
alarming.
also mean you're good with it, which means you practice your
Yeah.
slingshot.
Well, my problem with the slingshot is, with my luck, I'd miss and take out a window in the top of my
Right.
house. You know what I'm saying? No, if you put a drone 20, 30 feet above my head, I can knock it out of the sky with a rock. I'm
Right.
confident of it. Confident. So you're telling me
Yeah.
you would not make a big deal at all a drone hovering over your backyard?
I probably would. No, I wouldn't think anything unless it was like constantly there. But let's say it was there for 10 minutes.
Okay.
I'm not doing it.
10 minutes is a long-ass time.
I'm not picking up dog crap and pulling weeds. I'm not even. I'm thinking it's probably some surveyor or something.
Okay, probably some sort. Well, you're on all fours. You're pulling weeds. Here comes just hovered right
Sky
above your
pervin.
right above your brown eye.
It's all the way up against my butt cheek.
Yeah, it's your proctologist drone, and he's doing an examination in your backyard with our
Which
telescope.
is weird. I just had this done at the dentist. No, yeah. If it's focused on my brown eye, I may call the cops.
Kimmy,
Yeah.
would you be freaked out enough if there was a drone hovering for 10 minutes over your backyard while you were outside that you'd call somebody?
Only if it was like a regular thing. Like once I'd be kind of, I don't know if I'd be fascinated's the word, but like
Fascinating. Look at that old metal bird up there humming. I wonder what it's doing up there. Probably lost
I
its
feel
mama.
like I'd kind of stare at it a while, wondering what's going on.
It's just Kimmy's face. Oh, into the drone camera. What's that up there? Look at that up
We
there.
have seen drones like way, way up at night sometimes. but
Around
it's-
your house?
Well, yeah, like it's not like staying in one place, but like you could see it like flying around the neighborhood.
Okay.
I don't know if somebody nearby owns one or what.
Spy drone.
Well, that's the other funny thing about this, right?
What's that?
Like, this could be somebody sky perving,
Yeah.
right? This could also be a kid in your neighborhood messing around.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's another thing. Yeah.
It could be some 50-year-old aviation enthusiast showing off to someone who's at the house, not even realizing.
Yeah, it's like
he's
a
over
bored
yours.
hobbyist.
Exactly. At what point do you need a drone pilot's license? Because those do exist.
Maybe over a certain height in the air,
So,
You think maybe it's over a certain height in the air?
or like a size of the drone.
Okay.
Maybe
all right,
that
so if I
matters.
go to a hobby shop and buy one,
Yeah.
I have to have it licensed?
No, you don't. So, like, you can go to Target, Walmart.
yeah, they have like
sell
ones
these.
for kids,
Yeah.
right? They're,
Oh, yeah, but they probably only go
yeah.
so high.
Oh, I don't know. I've seen them in Target and Walmart where they're like hundreds. Like, they're really
So
expensive.
then what's the difference?
I mean, obviously, there's like more
Advanced?
technologically advanced
Well,
drones.
yeah, the ones they use in war.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even that, and then there's still more in the middle.
I'm going to fly this
Okay,
thing to
so
Moscow.
This is pretty vague. The only time you
I'm going to
need
take out Putin's ass ring.
the only time you need an actual
License?
certificate or license is whenever you fly a drone for work, business, or any non-recreational purpose.
But if I'm sorry, so if I'm just
So for financial gain,
a
essentially.
sky nerd, I could just do whatever I want with it, which is still dangerous.
Well, I mean,
The only difference is I'm not getting paid.
how dangerous is it? Like, those things can't go as high as planes go, can they?
Yeah, I mean,
I
they've
thought-
had issues by the airport.
Yeah, you
Matter
can't
of
fly
fact,
them near the airport.
I think it was last week, one hit a plane because the pilot said, hey, we just got hit by a drone.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, well, if everything worked out okay.
Yeah.
All right, fine. All right, Andrew seems like he's got the information.
Well, what's
Are we
Andy
ready?
saying?
All right, Duffy on WCMF. Rules limit the elevation drone can fly above a dwelling. It has to be 250 feet above your house. Also, if the area is near an airport, there are tons of limits. Cannot be above a certain level. There are a zillion rules, and most people with a drone from Costco are operating it totally illegally.
Oh.
It's also usually illegal to fly a drone anywhere over public lands where it's legal to hunt. We found out this last year. A
Yeah.
guy got busted for using a drone to hunt deer.
Oh.
Yeah. So, all right. There's everything we needed to know about drones. You're welcome. Let's take a break. All right. You guys don't think I get hit a drone with a rock from
No.
30 feet in the air?
I don't.
All right. You're wrong,
Okay.
but I feel like that's an okay thing to believe in
Okay.
yourself. We know that men have insane opinions of their own physical ability,
Yes.
their own mental fortitude. And we have never seen that shown more than in the study we're about to read you.
Oh, it's a study.
Yes, because the 2028 Olympics are in Los Angeles.
Mhm.
They will be here before you know it. And it turns out a large percentage of men believe with training
Yeah.
they will be there.
They could compete.
Yes.
Okay.
And we will get into it next here in the break room on Speed M Fan. I think we need more of these athletes out in the public,
Okay.
performing what they do and challenging everyday people to their same competitions.
Oh.
Because it would stop stuff like this. Men overconfident in abilities that not only do they never have, they will never have.
Right.
Because what we're about to tell you is 100% real, and it's the stupidest thing you will hear.
These
all
are
week.
stats.
Straight up. You're hanging out in the break room. Rochester's Classic Rock 96.5, WCMF. LA will be hosting the next Summer Olympics in 2028. It will be here before you know it. In fact, if you watch the NFL this upcoming season, there are going to be advertisements for it all over the
They're
place.
already pushing it now.
Well, they're playing flag football. You could see some NFL
yeah.
stars
Oh,
playing in the
all
Olympics. Olympic fever has already caught men in America.
What are they doing?
A recent survey showed that 40% of American men, I'm going to say that again,
Yeah.
40% of American men believe they could qualify for an Olympic event by 2028
Like if they started now.
if they started right now.
Any
start
Olympic
training?
event.
Yes. Now, they asked an Olympic event, and they said yes.
What are they training? Planet Sadness?
Is there a comedy event in the Olympics? Because you've been disqualified.
What?
1 in 10 men believed they could qualify for the Olympics in tennis.
Really? I
Tennis.
thought they were going to pick something like archery. Or,
And by the way, in tennis, it's still all pros,
Yes.
right? Like the
Yeah.
Williams sisters
Yeah.
playing
Yes.
in it, right?
Yes.
So you would think you could go up against the number one.
No, they just
Tennis.
got to
Well,
qualify.
Oh,
Qualify.
but to qualify,
still,
you still
you-
got to be.
You have to beat out everybody, like every American athlete.
Yes, you would have
Yeah.
to be one of what? The top 5
Yeah.
best
Yeah,
Americans?
so you'd
Yes.
have to be a ranked tennis player.
Yes. As a man who cannot beat my 13-year-old varsity tennis player, I have to cheat to do it. I can tell you that's not the case.
Yeah.
About 1 in 5 men believe they could make an Olympic soccer team.
Man, I thought people were going to go with those kind of niche, unique sports that don't require
Speed walking.
as much like physical training as it does like mental and skill, you know?
Nope. The hardest cardio sport
right.
on 2 feet,
Okay.
arguably.
All
They
right.
believe they can make an Olympic team. By the way, a previous study
Yeah.
talking about soccer, where did it go? 40% of men believe they could score a penalty kick in the World Cup.
That's
Okay.
insane.
40%.
So I got a
of men.
50-50 shot,
No,
man.
you don't.
They're
actually.
picking the hardest sports.
1 in 20 men believed if they started training right now,
Yeah.
within 2 years, they could qualify for the Olympic cycling team.
Because they're that good of a pedalist.
I guess so. Well, they're training. By the way, the best cyclists on the planet were blood doping, all of them
Yeah.
for years.
Yeah.
Those are the greatest athletes in their game, and you think you're going to qualify as an Olympic cyclist.
The one I'm surprised isn't on it. Maybe it is weightlifting.
I did not see weightlifting.
Because you would think that's one where you could think, man, I could lift like those power lifters. Like those Russian guys, with the bars bent at so much weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think you've been in a weight room before. Like every man at some point has
True.
been in a weight room.
True.
You
You know
know
your
how
limits.
exactly. You know how
Yeah.
heavy that much
Yeah.
weight is. It's the stuff you've never attempted before. Cycling competitively, tennis competitively, soccer competitively.
I was just saying it doesn't take a lot of skill. It just takes more like.
Now you sound like an ass.
What?
Yeah, it takes skill. There's skill involved in weightlifting.
Yeah, pick it up, put it down. Skill over. There is no skill to weightlifting.
There is 100% skill to weightlifting. 100%. Powerlifting especially. There's a lot of,
Powerlifting is like the dumbest. It's a bunch of big dumb guys.
you couldn't even say powerlifting, and you're calling them a bunch of big powerlifting dumb guys.
That's what they are, man. They're a bunch of dummies.
Bro, there is a
Where
ton.
you training? Planet Dummy?
I have a headache. I have a physical headache.
It's
talking
going to
to
get
you.
worse.
There is a ton of nuance and
Nuance.
strategy and skill.
Ugh.
Okay. 252 WCMF, 252-9263. Again, 40% of men in a recent poll believe they would be able to qualify for the 2028 Summer Olympics if they started training right now and trained vigorously. Tennis, soccer, and cycling seem to be the ones that they believe they'd be able to qualify the easiest with. Ben is on CMF. Hey, Ben, how are you, buddy?
I am completely baffled as why guys are so freaking stupid. Like,
You're baffled.
even, yeah, I'm baffled. I'm surprised Tommy's not baffled. That's crazy. But if you're dumb and you got to train for a sport, you should go to Tommy's house. But anyways,
What?
yeah, even
Where you going,
archery,
Planet
they
Tommy?
Yeah, Planet Tommy. Anyway, so even archery, like Timmy said, those dudes that qualify for that are practicing shooting like since they're 5 years old.
Like little
Right,
babies with arrows.
Yeah, nobody's going to qualify for an Olympic sport.
Gina Davis, the actress, almost she qualified as an alternate for
Yeah.
the Olympics as an archer. That did happen.
Okay.
He doesn't know who that. He does not know who Gina Davis is.
League of Their Own,
I
the
know who
sister.
Gina Davis is.
All right. Ben, great call, buddy.
Yeah.
Great call. Hey,
Have a
Ben, let
great
me ask
day,
you one
guys.
question. Let me ask you one question.
Yeah, what's up?
If
What's
there's
up?
one sport, and I know you don't think you do, but you thought you had the best chance to qualify in for the Olympics, what do you think that sport would be?
Speed walking.
No, that is super difficult. Have you ever seen, like, you know the rules? One heel and one foot, but they have to be touching at all times.
I didn't know that. I mean, you asked, I answered.
Great call.
Probably
All right,
speed
Ben,
walking.
thank you for
Or
everything,
maybe
Ben.
throwing something.
All right, Ben, thanks for the call.
I am shocked that golf didn't come up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good call. You're right.
Because I think every guy thinks he just needs one good round.
Yeah.
No, you're absolutely right. So in this poll, we do know what guys thought the most difficult sports to qualify would be.
I'm hoping it's gymnastics.
That was number one.
Yeah.
Because that
call.
looks
Yeah,
insanely
you're
impossible
either
for a
built
dude.
for it or you're not.
All right, you're on a heater. You want to try the second most difficult that they believed would be hardest to qualify.
Swimming.
I was gonna say diving.
He's look at that, 2 for
Yeah.
2.
Something
Gymnastics,
with the water, yeah.
gymnastics and diving, men said would be the two hardest to qualify for. But
Yeah,
my
unless they had the cannonball, because we could crush it with cannonball.
no, because like even if athletic dudes were allowed to do a cannonball, they do the most beautiful cannonball you've ever
Oh,
seen.
I just thought it was all about the splash.
But my favorite stat from this entire study,
Yeah.
like it's already insane that 40% of men think they can qualify at the Olympics. That the majority of men think tennis, cycling, and soccer are the way they're going to
Are
do it.
doable.
But they asked men in this study how many of them think they could run 100 meters in 15 or less seconds.
All right, how long's some?
Okay.
100 meters?
The average, 100 meters is 100 meters long. The average,
Well, now put it in like our stuff.
What?
it's 100 meters.
That's
I don't.
what- it's
Hey, how
what
many
the
feet
event
is it?
is.
I don't know. Even if I told you how many feet it was, you wouldn't know. You don't have that laid out in front of you, idiot.
No, if it's like is it 100 feet?
No, it's 100 meters.
It's 100 meters. Not in Europe. Go ahead.
Okay, 100 meters
Yeah.
is like just over 328 feet.
So how
All right.
long's that? Give me an equivalent to 328 feet, you dumbass. You wanted the information to make it easier for you to
Football
understand.
field.
Shut up. A football field's 100 yards.
Yeah, it's 300 feet.
300, not 328. Anyway, an average Olympic sprinter's time
Yeah.
is 10 seconds
God
in the
damn.
100 meters. And like
Is that like the Bolt guy?
he's not the average American.
No, but he's like the fastest guy. in
He
the world.
Well,
owns
he
the-
was, but he's
He owns
retired
the
now.
He does own the Olympic world
Yeah.
record. Like here's how tight these races are.
Yeah.
The average sprint in the Olympics
Yeah.
is 10 seconds at the 100 meters. He owns the world record at 9:63.
So it's that tight.
But that's what I'm saying. 0.4 of a second
Yeah.
separates the best time of all time versus the average Olympic sprinter. 1 in 10 men believe they could run the 100 meters in under 15 seconds. 10% of men believe that they are just slightly worse
Yeah.
than the average Olympic American sprinter. And I'm sure
Okay.
these men are not training and
No.
sprinting.
No. This kind of shows you how arrogant men are.
and these are men
Yeah.
of all ages too, right? Like this isn't, or is this
Punk-ass.
men
No, this
under?
is
okay.
everybody.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
is all
Yeah.
men. Yeah.
That's pretty
So-
amazing.
So if you are one of these people, you got about 2 years before the light
Get
shines
after
upon
it,
you.
man.
All right, let's take a break.
Yeah.
Any time you have the opportunity, try before you buy would be the best plan.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And that goes not only for refrigerators, washing machines, and cars.
Yeah.
It goes for your life partner.
The life part.
It seems that most people in America have now gotten on board with this, but there is a weird groundswell of support for going back to the way it used to be.
Like in the old days?
Yes, waiting until you have officially committed to one another before sharing this. And we will get into all of it next here in the break room. On CMF. You wouldn't buy a car without test driving it.
Right.
You wouldn't buy a house without walking through it.
Yeah.
So why would you share your life with someone if you have not spent a day together living each other's lives?
Oh.
I mean, look, Americans have finally woke up and discovered that is probably the best way to do it.
Yeah.
But there is a weird groundswell happening.
What are they doing?
A group of folks that are saying the old way is the better way.
How old back we going?
They have an argument. You hanging out in the break room? Rochester's Classic Rock, 96.5. WCMF, just after 9:25, 9:30 this morning. A man who was angling to end up back in Orchard Park with the Bills this season will not be here.
No, it didn't work out. Huh?
Well, look, it's good for us. In fact, these two guys that were kind of, it seems like, angling for a reunion, not something we have to worry about for the rest of the season.
Okay.
And we'll tell you who we're talking about just after 9:30 here in the break room on CMF. More Americans than ever are living together before they get married.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Around 80% of Americans say they have lived with an unmarried romantic partner at some point in their life. So I guess the statement before they get married is incorrect.
Yeah.
This is just living with a romantic partner. That is, however, the 80%, the highest percentage in American history.
Look at us.
Even more interesting, Thomas.
What's that?
37% of Americans, just under 4 in 10, say they have lived with 2 or more unmarried romantic partners at some point in their life.
Yeah.
You dirty dogs.
Yeah. I mean, that's everybody, I thought.
Okay. Both of you lived with romantic partners before you got married, right? You did.
I mean, I've had girlfriends that lived with me for a while and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Does that count?
Well, it's a romantic partner, yes.
Yeah.
Were they? But no, I meant like, were they actually living with you, or were they just crashing at your house for a little while?
One we know.
No, same thing.
It wasn't under a bridge, so she'll take it.
Yeah.
Kimmy, you lived with your now husband before you got married.
Yeah, we did.
Were you engaged before you moved in?
Yeah, we lived in our apartment, married.
No, I'm saying when he moved in
engaged,
with you.
Before we lived together. No, we were not engaged yet.
Okay, so you were just dating, living together.
Yeah.
Okay. So same here. So 100% of the break room has lived with someone romantically. I do think, however, there is a hard line to be drawn when it comes to why you are living with that person romantically. Would all of us agree the smart thing to do before marrying someone or thinking they are marriage material is to play house for a little while?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you got to see if you're compatible.
I mean, I would encourage it. Just to see the way this person lives.
What would be the argument on the other side if it's not religion?
We'll get to that.
You're sharing financial responsibilities for things. I think that's a huge step.
I mean, it's practice for life, right?
Yeah.
All right. Have either of you ever lived with a romantic partner you saw no future with?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
I was just using them. You asked.
No, I mean, it's just so you just I was just using her, man. I shouldn't even know.
No, I mean, I wasn't serious. I wasn't going to. I knew this was going nowhere.
But you were dating this person.
Yeah, they were in my house. We were.
So you must have liked them a little bit.
I did, but it was convenient with sex, and then I got bored with it.
Okay, do you think it's a good idea to live with someone you know there is no long-term potential with?
Why not?
Okay.
Take it for a test, man. Maybe you fall into something.
Here's why I bring it up. 252-WCMF, 252-9263. What we have just described, where you are sharing a living space now with someone romantically, but you know they're not the one, is happening a ton right now due to finances, right? We know how expensive it is to have your own place.
Yeah.
If you can't find a roommate, the next best option is someone that you're sleeping with. But you are also, in doing that, setting yourself up for such a massive effing headache down the road.
Well, and I've also seen it, I guess, delay the breakup to the point where, like, there are people that should have probably ended things a long, long time ago, but because they need to rely on each other for certain things, that the relationship just goes on way too long.
She's right. And even if you do get to the end of that relationship, I would argue in your 20s, early 30s, that split up and move out at that time of your life will be the hardest thing you ever do.
You may have to move back in with mom and dad.
If you don't care, it's not that hard.
It goes past caring. Because you're right. If you don't have any emotions attached to
I
it, fine.
didn't.
Sure, and maybe at that point you don't. But again, like you're starting over with a lot of things in that moment.
You have to separate all your stuff. You have to decide who's staying versus who's finding a new place. If there are pets involved, the bills that you've been splitting, unless you are pretty sure this is something you want to pursue long term, I would argue the biggest romantic mistake you can make is living with someone you are sure there is no future with.
And I've also seen, you bring up you're sure there's no future. Sometimes you're not. And like both of you think, oh, it's going to get better or we'll make this work eventually. And again, it just prolongs the relationship way too long.
Like he's even sitting in his cool guy
Yeah.
stance, like, yeah, man, I'm progressive, man, I get it, just live with him, man, like, whatever, it's fine.
But there is to the flip side of the pain, there's that first night when they're out of your life that is so freeing and refreshing. Like, I'm just done with their ass.
That's
Like, it
wait,
feels
wait.
so good.
That's
You
if
realize-
it's your place. If it's her place, you don't have that feeling.
Yeah.
But let's say I
you
finally
were
get
sitting
away.
on a buddy's couch with that feeling.
I never did the buddies couch. I was very fortunate.
He
that
never
I-
had buddies that would take him in.
Thank God. You saw my buddies.
I'm your buddy.
Yes. And I saw your couch.
Yeah, it was pretty gross.
Yeah. But there is that sense of freedom. Like you dodge. I guess it's that sense of, man, I dodged a bullet.
Okay.
Because you think about it, man. What if I jumped into this thing too fast and we got married or engaged? And I did that. I did all that stuff too.
Sure.
Stupid.
Sure.
And those engagements, I didn't even really care.
I don't understand you, man. I don't get you.
You know, I just did it to do it, just to shut them up.
Okay.
There's your effing ring, man.
I love how he's assuming like they weren't also doing the same thing.
But why would they?
You don't think like they may have felt some relief when you were gone?
Probably.
Some relief? Some relief?
Like maybe you were both kind of searching for a way out and you were the one that maybe ended it, but like
Well, like that,
maybe she was kind of in the same boat.
but like that engagement I had in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Sure.
It was a nightmare, man.
Yeah.
And I had to write that woman a check
Yeah.
for like these deposits
No,
that they
I
lost
hear
at a
you.
wedding.
Yeah.
I hear you. How dare her? Hey, why did you break that off again?
Because I was cheating on her up here when I moved here. Like as soon as I moved here,
Oh, no,
I-
no,
I-
no, 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 no.
What?
This was not I was living here now, so I had to cheat on her. You were cheating on her on the road. You
Is
were
that what?
sleeping with a woman who you yourself nicknamed Troutmouth,
Yes,
who
I
tried
did.
to hit you with her car when she found out she was the other woman. So let's not paint some postscript rosy picture. What choice did I have? I was living in a new city and there was no future with you. Were out there sticking it in whatever would take it.
Yes. But that's what you're supposed to
No,
do
it's
when
not.
you're young and on the road.
You were engaged and you were
I
34.
know. You were young.
Jesus, you should have had a 401k.
well, from a distance.
Jesus Christ. From a distance, you're a scumbag. Up close, you're a scumbag. 252 WCMF. Again, 80% of Americans now say they have lived with an unmarried romantic partner at some point in their life. It is the highest it's ever been. Almost 4 in 10 Americans say they have lived with 2 or more romantic partners while they've been unmarried. So I told you,
Yeah.
even though we're all in agreement and we all did it,
Yeah.
and this seems to be the way that we think it's going, there is now a movement
What's the move?
to go back the way it used to be.
Well, how far back we going?
No cohabitation before marriage.
This is like the early 1900s.
No sex before marriage. The moment that you share a space is after you say, I do.
And why would you do that?
So, look, I don't like this idea either. However,
It doesn't work.
the argument for it,
What's the argument?
is once you are married and move in together, when you are locked into each other for life, you are more likely to compromise on day-to-day things than if you are living together unmarried. If you know you are locked in, you are going to give it everything you have to make it work. Whereas if you're just seeing if this is going to work, it gives you the ability to be more selfish with the things that you want to do or you are willing to do for your partner.
Okay. What's the key to all this? Happiness, right?
Yeah.
You want to be happy.
Yeah.
Sure,
right?
sure.
All right. Go look at some of them photos of those couples from the early 1900s.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's smiling. They all look miserable. They haven't eaten in a week.
Mm-hmm.
They look like their life sucked
Okay.
because they got stuck in these arranged marriages. They're like,
Are arranged
oh,
marriages like arranged marriages?
I don't know, but
So
they
is this,
both are.
is this a marriage that was down here?
Yeah.
And then it was brought up here when they erased it?
Wait,
so it
erased
wasn't quite arranged where they told them you have to marry this person. They were like, hey, he's down here and this woman's up here. So they had to erase him so they could get married?
Yes.
I'm
that
sorry,
way.
you were saying,
No,
yeah.
like you married the chick next to you on the boat coming over here because you sat next to her.
Yeah.
And she had a goat.
Do you want
Or
to be
sh-
with somebody that you learn to love because you feel like you're stuck with them?
Right.
No,
It's misery.
She's going against your point here.
No, I'm saying, why would you want to go down this antiquated way of doing things when nobody looked happy and everybody was starving to death?
Sure, look, I get it's a strange arrangement, but like the fact of the matter is, there are a large group of people who believe it.
They're called religion. I get it because you think God's pissed off at you.
This had nothing to do with religion. This had nothing.
Wait,
to do
you
with
show
religion.
me somebody that's going to go with one of these things that ain't religion.
You're probably right that if we were to do a Venn diagram of people who make that argument and who are religious. Right, it's like where you take two circles and you erase them in a way where one overlaps the other.
Oh, now I get it.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, no, you're right. They're probably all religious, but this argument, there is no religion in it. Again, because you couldn't argue against it. I will tell you the argument again.
All right.
With the no sex before marriage and the no habitate. Damn it! Now you got me doing it. No cohabitation idea. That if you are living with this person and you are already married, you are going to be less selfish and more likely to compromise in your day-to-day life. I do believe that's true. I don't know if that's a good thing.
Yeah, but
go ahead. I'm sorry.
why would you be more likely to compromise if you haven't learned how to live with somebody? Like, you've obviously never lived with a partner, if this is your philosophy, right?
Understood, yes.
So I guess how would jumping into a situation with this person make you better at compromising? Like, I always thought, like, you had bad relationships, you learned from them, you moved on to the next, and then you see what you are good at, you're bad at. You kind of learn how to live with other people.
I believe in that argument as well. However,
I guess I just don't get why you'd be better at it in this situation.
I would like you to turn
if anything, somebody's going to feel very trapped in this situation.
I would like you to turn your chair slightly that way, towards him.
Yeah, me?
A man who is so selfish.
Over here?
I see you.
A man who is
number one?
so selfish that he doesn't have the mental fortitude to do what you are describing. Right? Like there are some people who, until they are forced, will never learn how to compromise or understand where the other person is coming from. And again, I don't disagree with what you're saying, but the argument is logical. It's a logical argument.
Like the no sex. Let's say you find out you're not compatible in that department. What do you do then?
But I
guess how would either of you know?
There you go.
No, but then you get in there, you realize, your partner's raggedy ass in the sack. You're going to bail.
You've also never had sex. How would you know if it's
how would
raggedy
either
ass?
of you know what's good and what's bad?
I know I don't
You're going to
enjoy
figure it
it
out together.
I don't like it. I don't like the way you look naked. I think you're a dead fish. I mean, they could just lay there. You hate it. All your fantasies about sex are going to get crushed.
Bro, even if you live with... Think about the fantasies...
No, but you would bail. You would bail quick.
Think about the fantasies you had as a 20-something-year-old man.
Yeah, I understand.
Did you live those fantasies sexually?
No, but
does any married man live those fantasies?
No, but
oh, check me out.
But I've been with
you
women.
can't erase those fantasies with anybody else.
But I've been with women that I realize, man, this chick is horrible.
Yes, but only because you had previous experience with other women,
right?
Where they were saying, "Wow, this is horrible for me."
Yeah, but I don't care what they thought.
See, that's what I'm talking about. God, you are so dumb. You make bad arguments sound good. Michael writes us on Instagram. Duffy at WCMF. Slum Mike writing us. This is coming from the slums. You don't know how a person really is until you live together. Would you agree with that?
Well, yeah, of course.
I mean, you definitely see a different side of people. And I'm even talking like roommates in general. Like somebody could be your best friend. You live with them, and that relationship goes south really
They're
quick.
like a different person.
Yeah.
Agreed. But going back to something you said before, I don't think that having a bad experience living with someone would be enough for a lot of people to bail on that relationship, because you still have feelings for that person. You find a way to work around it, or at least you think you will. Like you said, a lot of bad relationships go long once you have moved in together.
So, but then why would you want that to be your marriage?
I agree with you. But I guess what I'm saying is when you're moving in with someone, married or not married, there is still that feeling of trapped. And it's not like marriage is guaranteed for life anyway.
No, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
But don't you need to go through bad experiences to appreciate the good ones?
Yes, I agree with that.
You know?
Which is why I advocate for moving in before you get married.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think you could also make the argument.
Yeah.
Like, no one is ever mature enough to live with a member of the opposite sex when they do it for the first time.
No.
Right?
Of course not.
Like, the first time I lived with a woman, I was not mature enough to handle it. Neither of us in that relationship were. Both of us liked our things our way, and that's how we were going to live together. My wife and I now moved in together when she got pregnant with our daughter, our first daughter. And I had to be really cool if she was going to be happy and willing to tolerate what I was at that point.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? And it worked out great because the stakes were higher. I was a better person to live with.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Because my first wife, when she moved into my place, right, and I didn't even think about cleaning things up. Not the place was dirty. It was pretty neat.
Okay.
But
But it's like
you had your
things
stuff. Yeah.
things she found that I said, oh god damn, I never moved that. You know, like porn stashes and stuff like that. You know, so like she pulled out a magazine. It was pretty disgusting to her.
Okay.
Because she wasn't, liberal thinking.
Sure, yeah, progressive with,
yeah.
all that
What?
awful pornography.
Where
you have
Right.
in the house.
I have a
And
question.
it was
Oh, yes, you in the back? I'm sorry.
Where
sir,
did
please
you
go.
keep them? Where she was.
So they were just in my closet, I think.
Oh.
One was under the bed because it was, just whip it out and whip it out, right?
I thought like they were like casual reading next to your couch.
But yeah, so she found a nasty one, and she was like, and I God damn
Multiple
it.
stashes. Right?
Yeah, well, yeah, it was my own
A
place.
nasty one?
A nasty one.
You're saying nasty.
Nasty.
So that must have been awful.
It was old school nasty. Not like what you're thinking. It was nothing.
You don't even know what I'm thinking. I may not be thinking nasty enough.
Yeah, you probably.
Is
nah,
there-
you're probably not.
Okay. You were living on your own, hiding your pornography?
Not hiding. It was just under
That's what
the. I was just
mean, like,
right there.
Why did you hide it from yourself? in
I didn't
so
hide
many
it.
places?
I was right there. Yeah. Well, that's a good point.
I can't be trusted. The weird thing about this whole thing,
Yeah.
again, 80% of Americans now say that they have lived with a romantic partner while unmarried. It's the highest number in American history. So that's someone you would live with before you got married, someone you lived with, thought they might be the one, you broke up. 40% of Americans, almost 40%, say they've lived with 2 or more romantic unmarried partners at some point in their life. The older you get,
Yeah.
at least what I've seen from guys like you,
Yeah.
and the faster it seems you're willing to move in with that romantic partner.
What about it?
Well,
Desperate?
no. I get that as you get older, you don't want to waste time
Yeah.
with potential lovers. But at the same time, I would have thought the older you are, if you're single, the more set in your ways you are.
Oh, you are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Especially men.
So then if you could continue to live on your own, why would you push as hard as you could, as fast as you could to live with somebody romantically?
It's got to be loneliness.
Well, I mean, like how long did you – I'm sorry. You and your wife were dating for how long before you weaseled your way into her house?
3 years?
Okay. That's a decent
little
amount.
less.
That's a decent amount of
Yeah.
time. She had long enough to understand what a terrible person you were.
Yeah. She was fine with it.
Sure. But like I've seen 6 months, and boom, they're living together.
Oh,
and
Really?
yeah.
Because
That's way too fast.
I was going to say, I've seen, like the older couples are, like the more reluctant they are to live with each other. It almost becomes like a point of like, we're either going to live together or we're going to break up at some point because neither of them want to give up their space.
Yeah, you get in your own groove
Yeah, you
of
get in your own
things and your
groove, and
routine, and you
is
don't
it-
want to disrupt it.
As much as you like being together, it's like, well, then I have to change my whole routine. Somebody has to change their entire routine, and sometimes that can be tough when you both own a house or you both have your own thing going on.
No, but that's I don't know. Like I just pray to God that everything works out with my wife and I, because none of this looks like fun.
No,
Like
yeah. Keep it in your mouth.
What?
Really? Everything's a joke.
Really? Of all the people, there are other people that could say that to me. You are not one of them. You.
Hughes and you.
Mr. Hughes over there. And we have more Instagram messages coming in. Duffy on WCMF. Easiest way to get us. This comes in from Brian. Brian says, I did not live with my wife until the day after we got married. We didn't go on a honeymoon. We used the money to buy a house, and now we've been married for 12 years.
Oh, I'm a saint. I've done it all right.
We have 2 kids. I will tell both of them, wait until you get married to move in together.
That's right. Do it the old school way.
Well, look, again, I will tell my
Saint Ryan.
Brian, I will tell my daughters, if they ask, the best way to do this is probably see if you guys are compatible.
Yes.
But if it works for someone, why would you tell them they did it the wrong way?
All right.
I mean, everybody's got a different road to walk.
Yeah.
Everybody's got different preferences. Right?
Okay,
Like,
all
I don't
right.
know. Like, who am I to tell somebody that you did it wrong, especially the way that I did it, the way that you've done it multiple times. You're going to say, let me tell you how it's done. Let me tell you how to ruin your life 5 different ways you never saw it coming. Because that's what you did, really.
Yeah, but here's the thing, man. You spin out of it and you move on. You'll be fine.
Some people don't.
Yes.
Oh,
You've been very fortunate.
You can spin out of it and you'll be fine.
You have been very
Keep
fortunate.
plugging it away.
Keep plugging it away. Was that the name of the magazine she found? You have been very fortunate that for whatever reason,
have
despite the fact that you are the worst person I've ever met, the universe keeps catching you with its soft, gentle hands. And
Yes.
I don't understand. Maybe one
I'm
day,
a good person.
maybe one day, if there
Maybe
is
I'm an angel.
maybe if one day if there is an afterlife, I will find out why the universe has treated you with such kid gloves.
All right.
But until then,
Yeah.
maybe you, of all people,
You.
should keep from giving advice about sex, relationships, living together, whatever.
All right, I'll be quiet.
Thank you. Let's take a break. This guy, just last week, was angling for a reunion with the Buffalo Bills. We talked about it.
Yeah.
And I, despite Kimmy's argument that this could be good for something, I was vehemently against this idea. Vehemently
He
against
get
it.
scooped up by someone?
Yes, we will not have to worry about this anymore. In fact, I would argue now the two biggest please don't do this guys that may have shown up in the middle of the season, we don't have to worry about anymore.
Great.
And we'll tell you who we're talking about next here in the break room. On WCMF. Not our problem anymore.
Okay.
I would argue this is one of the best things to happen in the offseason because as long as this guy was available, there was always a chance if something went a certain way that he would end up back in Buffalo. And
you don't want him.
look, even the way the national news covered this morning, because this was a national news story,
Oh.
kind of proves the point I made last week. You're hanging out in the break room. Rochester's Classic Rock 96.5 WCMF. Your Buffalo Bills took to the field for the first preseason game on Saturday against the Carolina Panthers. We talked about it this morning. Offense looked awesome. Defense looked awesome. Josh not taking all those hits would be great if we could just not have him.
Cut down on that. Yeah.
Let's just do not put him in shoulder pads until opening day.
All right.
I think that would be fine. Can I do another sidebar?
Sidebar.
All right. So Josh had 2 series. He was done. After halftime, he came back out. No pads, just wearing his jersey.
Yeah.
Why does he have to wear his jersey? Just put him in a sweatshirt. He's Josh Allen. Everybody knows who Josh Allen is.
I don't know.
It was
Good
like
question. Does he have to or did he want to?
I don't know. I just don't know why you'd put your jersey on over all your. It was like like those pep rallies they have in high school.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to McLennan. We're gonna kick their ass. We're gonna see you there. It looks like the Bills have, if you base it on one preseason game, the pieces they will need to succeed.
All right.
Which was disappointing to a certain man who showed up in our lives again last week.
Trying to get back in.
Well, Von Miller was in Buffalo for what?
Forgot about it.
2 years?
3. It was at least 3, maybe
Was it
4.
3?
Von Miller spent. He was released 2 years ago. He spent last year with the Washington Commanders, and he is a free agent once again.
Yeah.
He's been a free agent late into training camp. He started posting memes and things on social media.
Trying to get back into the game.
You got it. It looked like he was trying to woo the Bills into signing him again. And he said, he wakes up, rolls out of bed, gets 7 sacks this season. Von Miller will not be signed this year by the Buffalo Bills.
All right.
Because yesterday it was announced Von Miller has signed with the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh.
Yep.
All right.
He will go home to Texas, where he grew up and played his college ball at Texas A&M. And I am curious how Dallas Cowboys fans feel about this because he's a guy who's obviously past his prime. But folks who are arguing, and Bills fans who were arguing for Von Miller, argued last year he got 9 sacks, and that is something the Bills could use.
Okay.
That's a lot of sacks. This morning, Kimmy, when they were showing highlights of Von Miller last year, announcing he'd signed with the Cowboys, every single sack they showed was in a blowout loss on a backup quarterback. Okay. I don't even know the quarterback he was sacking
in the game,
for the Philadelphia Eagles. But no, they showed he got 2 sacks against some quarterback wearing number 16, I think, for the Philadelphia Eagles.
A no-name guy.
But this is great news for us.
Okay, so he's gone.
He's gone, off the market. Also, Stephon Diggs 2 weeks ago, signs with the Commanders, gone, off the market. 2 veterans that could have a little bit of tread left on the tires. Also 2 guys with the heaviest off-the-field baggage that would still be connected to the Bills.
Okay,
and
so
now,
we're cool.
Yes, now that they are both signed, the fear that somebody gets hurt in the middle of the season and these guys show back up again is gone.
Right.
Are you disappointed that Von Miller is off the market?
No.
No?
No, honestly, until he started campaigning for himself, I assumed that he was going to retire. I didn't even, I guess, really think of him as an option, period, until it seemed like he wanted to come back again.
I am curious as to why he's still playing.
Right.
Maybe he needs the money.
Could need the money. That's possible.
Right.
He's also a guy that seems very concerned about his image and legacy.
Yeah, and it seems like he's a guy that I could see just doing other weird things in retirement. Because I know he's got a podcast. He's really into spiritual things.
He's a weird dude, man.
Yeah, he didn't strike me as a guy that would have that hard of a time moving on from football.
So then, if it's not money, is it legacy?
Maybe.
Can you Google?
Maybe he's trying for another Super Bowl.
Well, either way, because no player has ever won 3 Super Bowls with 3 different teams.
Oh, so he could be going for that record?
Yeah.
Yes, that was the knock against, if you believe in the universe controlling things, why the Bills should have signed him. He's not going to win a Super Bowl here. Can we Google how far up the career sack leaderboard he is? Because I don't think he doesn't have a shot at all-time sacks. I would argue he's probably a Hall of Famer if he retired today.
Yeah.
I think he is. I don't even think it's an argument. So, why keep doing this?
Yeah, unless he just loves the game and the concussions. He enjoys the dizziness. And I don't remember where my shoes are.
He's tied for 9th of all time.
How far?
Ninth all
All right,
time.
so what's he got now?
180 or 138 and a half total sacks.
If he gets
Who's number 1, Sap?
Bruce Smith.
Oh, Bruce Smith?
Yeah.
No, it's sacks?
Yeah.
Bruce Smith? No,
No, wait. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's Bruce Smith still, right?
no,
Yes, Bruce Smith career sacks. It was at one point.
no
Hold on, let me
it's
see.
New York
Bruce
Giants.
Smith.
No. Michael Strahan has the single season record,
Oh,
and he doesn't even have that anymore. Who just broke that?
Oh.
I'm
Bruce
looking at
Smith is
career
still
sacks.
number one.
Yeah.
Damn.
He played forever. He was consistent forever. That guy took care of himself, man. He was like carved out of granite.
Slow down,
Bro, I'm telling you, I remember as a kid, this is going to make me sound.
It's gonna make you sound very weird.
My dad had his front row Bills, still has them. You saw him on TV this weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as seen on TV.
Miles Garrett broke the.
Yes, Miles Garrett just broke
Yeah.
it. I'm sorry. It was last season. We were in Cleveland. So I'm like 7 years old, and Bruce Smith is out warming up,
Yeah,
like right in front of us
Yeah.
in my dad's seats. And I'm telling you right now, he looked like an action figure.
yeah.
He was wearing like this super tight like. Bro, this is burned in my memory. He's wearing this super tight turtleneck that was like cut off, just covering his nipples, and he looked like a GI Joe. He looked like a WWF muscly wrestling figure. I was just staring at him, mouth agape, like that. A person should not look like that. A person should not look like that.
Hey Bruce, why's that little fat kid looking at you?
Bro, I'm telling you, I am not ashamed. I am not ashamed. That man,
All
oh
right.
my God,
Okay.
very impressive. We have Instagram messages coming in. Duffy on WCMF, easiest way to get us. The Cowboys fans are checking in. Rashad writes us, we Cowboys fans feel good about the signing. However, Mike writes us on the other hand and says, I hate it. Cowboys don't need sacks. They need to stop the run. Also, Bandito Brian brings up a very good point. Bruce Smith in the movie Little Giants was truly terrifying. Yeah, he was.
Oh, he was in the movies.
He was. He exploded a football.
Oh wow.
Yeah. A lot of Bills in movies back in the day.
Yeah.
Bruce Smith in that. Jim Kelly in Necessary Roughness starring Scott Bakula. Remember that movie?
No.
You don't remember Necessary
I
Roughness?
don't.
It was a terrible movie.
Yeah.
It ran on HBO all the time during the day. And when my dad found a way to steal HBO, I would religiously watch. It had
Just to
Sinbad.
see Jim Kelly.
It had Sinbad. It had Scott Bakula. It had
Sinbad the comedian.
Sinbad the comedian was in this movie. Rob Schneider played the play-by-play guy.
Man, this is a horrible.
Robert
movie.
Loggia was the assistant coach. It's a great, awful
Man.
movie.
All
It
right.
is a great way to burn 90. Kathy Ireland played a female kicker
Ooh,
that was
yeah.
recruited for the team. Ooh, wow.
Quite easy on the eyes there.
252 WCMF. Von Miller signs with the Cowboys yesterday. The threat of him returning to Buffalo is gone. There are, however, still a ton of former Bills players left on the market right now.
Like floating around.
Linebacker Matt Milano has yet to sign with a team. He also doesn't speak English, so we don't know how he
Yeah.
feels
Never
about
heard
that.
him speak.
Corner Trey White, still a free agent.
All right.
He may be a guy that retires. Wide receiver Brandon Cooks, who kind of became a playoff hero for the Bills last year, has yet to sign. I'm surprised the Bills didn't give Cooks an opportunity in training camp.
Yeah, that is a good point. I mean, why not? But maybe he didn't want to come back.
If I'm not mistaken, he was their leading receiver in the playoffs. And he had only joined the Bills
Yeah,
at
it was
Thanksgiving.
a short stint.
But he was playing. I mean, he's the one that made that catch that they decided wasn't a catch.
Yeah.
I think he had 100 yards against the Eagles, and he had a good game against Jacksonville, if I remember
Okay.
correctly, too.
Out you go.
Unless they're waiting, unless he's got that vet pass where they're going to wait till right before the season and put him
Could
on the
be.
roster. But what receiver does he replace?
That's a good
DJ Moore looked great on Saturday. Keon Coleman caught a touchdown.
What are they doing about a kicker?
Tyler Bass missed one field goal,
Yeah.
but he hasn't kicked in a year. So
All right.
I don't know.
Seems like they're rolling with him.
Are we worried about that?
I was a little worried to start out just because, like you said, he'd been out for a little while, and I don't know,
I mean, he missed a 44-yarder. It's not a gimme.
All right. Yeah, I get it. but
struggling with injuries.
He missed it bad. He
But-
missed it real bad.
Who else can kick on the team?
Ray Davis.
What
but you
was
don't
it
want
that
him.
kept him out
Yeah.
the whole season?
It was a groin
A
injury.
groin?
Which means that you could re-injure that pretty easy being a kicker.
Yeah.
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 Yes.
Yeah.
Why am I blanking on the kicker that was here last year?
Oh, guy.
What's his name? I want to
can't
say
think of
Stephen
it.
Oh
Hush.
yeah,
but
you
I
met
can't-
his
No.
wife.
I mean, his wife follows me on
What the
Instagram. We're
hell
like friends.
is his name?
I know his wife.
Starts with a P.
Oh my God.
Matt
Prater.
Prater.
Matt Prater. Thank you. Also, kind of disrespectful to Matt Prater not let him come in and battle for that job.
Oh,
What
he's
is
also
he-
old.
But
Yeah.
he came in.
I mean, he was like on vacation with his family.
No, you
when
need
they
a
came.
fresh young guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need somebody with good, healthy young legs.
You think so?
You
Maybe.
need a guy with a lower Bruce Smith type of body. And maybe he's wearing short shorts. You can see his knees.
Matt Prater came in
Yeah.
3 days before the home opener,
Yeah.
won that game on
Yeah.
a walk-off field goal.
Right. But
Don't
I
forget
think
that.
he had even at that point planned on not coming back
But
for another year.
I guess what I'm saying is that guy was 82 years old.
Yeah.
82 years old. He came in and performed fantastic last year.
Got the job done.
Yeah, I mean, like, we didn't worry about kicking. We did not worry about kicking. Like, at least let him compete. I don't know. Unless he didn't want
That's
to.
what I
There's gotta
mean.
be
Maybe
young
he
guys
was
that
done
can
with
do that
it.
gig.
Yeah.
If it's so easy to kick, you wouldn't be having teams releasing
How about
kickers.
some of these soccer dicks? Get them in there.
You do this every time
know,
we bring
I
up
know.
kicking, and you're always wrong. Every single time.
I
It's-
think they don't try. Go find that.
What do you mean they
don't
don't
want
try?
these European guys?
It is amazing to me though that like when it comes to kickers and punters, there isn't just a never-ending list
Yes.
of guys to bring in because you'd think like all those guys coming out of the college level would be eligible for a job like this, and it's weird how hard it is to find a good kicker.
Yeah, no, she's right. I mean, there's 120 some odd, NCAA
Every
teams,
year. Every
and they
year.
all carry 3 kickers. They have a kicker for kickoffs, a kicker for field goals. It is remarkable how specific and difficult
How
that
good
skill
you have to
is.
be,
Yes.
Well, they got to a Division I school. They got to be pretty goddamn good.
I don't know.
You're the dumbest person. Like, it's a $1 billion industry where if they could
It's a
get
$1 billion industry that makes a lot of F-ups.
Okay.
Like, you can't even find referees that are good.
Well, but again, I do have sympathy for the referees. Like, you're watching this stuff happen in a split
Yeah,
second.
that's the gig.
Man, you're that guy. I pay your
job.
my taxes pay your salary.
God damn, I got to pay a licensing fee for this crap.
We come back, we wrap it up, we try and find ourselves a break room kicker next year in the break room. On CMF. Kimmy Rapparoo.
Adios, Monday, Rubber.
For a Monday break room CMF that makes tomorrow a Tuesday. You know what that means?
Oh, what's Kimmy doing in your hood?
Yep, Kimmy's got a post in the neighborhood app. She's going to read it out loud. You know, you guys have been sending her all these posts from the neighborhood app. She's been overwhelmed, but we greatly appreciate it. Thank you. She reads them. She removes street names and town references as to not give it away. But if you listen, you'll be able to figure out just after 9 o'clock tomorrow where they whine. And did we have a winner last week?
Nobody cares.
Who was the winner? I can't remember.
Some doofus. Some clod. Some local clod.
Local clod wins contest.
With no prize.
I was the champion last week.
Oh,
You're in the hole.
King Claude.
Yep, therefore. Why is that insult so funny?
I don't know.
Like, there are two things that will always make me laugh when a man gets called him. It's clod and clown. Because for some reason, men don't know how to respond when you call them a clod or a clown. Like, when they just,
It is the male C word.
Clod?
No, clown.
Clown. No, it is. Like, if you're in an argument with a guy and you call him a clown, his immediate reaction will be, okay.
I heard a little kid call somebody a bum the other day.
A bum.
And I was like, for whatever reason, that hit hard.
That's my dad's generation. Guy's a bum.
He's a bum. You're a bum. Your dad, a bum.
Yes.
Your grandpa, a bum. Your kid, going to grow up, be a bum. And a clod. Where they widen tomorrow, just after 9 o'clock here in the break room on CMF. It is time to get out of the way for Kimmy, who advises all romantic couples to live together before you get married.
Yeah. Test it out a little.
Sure. For Tommy Muley, who advises the same thing, because after he did it 9 times, he finally figured out how to compromise with a woman in his life. My name is Pat Duff. We'll be back here at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning here in the break room on 96.5 WCMF.